Hey CSDN fans, man are we stoked to bring you a new season. So let's get right to our winter 2021 lineup. Mondays at 7 p.m. starting February 8th is our brand new a cappella karaoke competition show, Karaoke, the search for the most okay karaoke singer.
12 contestants, 3 mentors, one hell of a good time. This is Karaoke.
My daddy said, stay away from Juliet!
And just know, I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You
Wish that I was somewhere with you.
I'm really, really proud of her for just going for it and putting it all out there. It was if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, my home.
Join judges Elisa Carlson, Heather Scholl, and Dan Krakart, and your host, Justin Swinson, as they search to find the most okay karaoke singer. And your vote is going to help decide who wins, so we definitely need you to tune in.
Toss, check my names. Baby, how you doing? Feeling good as hell. Jack Toss, check my names. Baby, how you feel?
Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. our minor league is back, baby. Captains to the screen.
Yeah.
Great. For the game of Left and Larry, we are going to need a bunch of things that can be in categories.
Turner and Hooch.
saving Mr. Banks.
Yep.
He's done so many good movies. Kelly.
Oh, me? I said it already. You didn't hear it.
Great. Kate.
Introducing Mr. Rita Wilson.
Who got the 5 points?
The blue team.
Okay, because you said Boston.
I know. Blue UV. I'm so sorry.
I look, and 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 I look.
Return to something else.
My latest TikTok.
I did. I lolled so hard.
New games, new refs, new choice. Our up-and-coming players take to the screen for maximum comedy.
All this show together, and he's just a wonderful guy. So
Thursdays at 7 p.m., we have the premiere of our brand new show, One Shots. From the minds of Susan Harmon and Todd Page come this interactive, fun, role-playing adventure game.
So a one-shot is basically a one-off of an RPG. So an RPG, for those of you who don't know, it can mean a video game thing, but we're not talking about that one.
I'm Granny Buaya. I don't know how I went to prison.
Oh, ZT Carbone's the name. Master of Disguise is my game.
Monitor, you may be familiar with my family. They did some stunt work for Skyfall.
What would you like to do?
Perhaps we should listen at door, make sure that nothing is on the other side that we don't want there.
I agree.
All right. Go ahead and make me a check. This will be it's not a big door, so it'll be a 1. Let's start out with the easy rolls.
Okay. I rolled a 1. It's my tinnitus.
Roll a 1.
It's
Haven't heard of.
din to my ears. Something horrible is coming our way.
I haven't heard a clippity clap like that since my horse Lucky passed.
His head down, and it's like, you like Marv?
New games, new stories, every week, new players. So come on, roll the dice and check it out with us.
And a victorious Ender Breakfast Club punch puts one paw in the air.
Sticking on Thursday at 9 p.m., right after One Shots, we have the premiere of Among Us. Join ensemble members from the Comedysportz Ensemble plus the Minor League Ensemble as they run around a spaceship. And 2 of us are what is called imposters.
What is happening?
I don't know. Oh, no!
What?
And with
so
that...
brazen.
I'm an imposter.
What?
What?
Isn't it true, Justin, that you don't get a perm within 48 hours, or take a shower within 48 hours of getting a perm?
What?
That's the legal law defense. Emergency meeting.
Oh, emergency meeting.
I call them meeting. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing so far?
We're
Quick check-in, y'all.
emergency.
Just do
Everybody
it for
feeling okay? Sometimes I
There
just
have
like
not
to
been
call
any
the meeting.
murders since the last
Dan,
meeting.
I'm glad you called this meeting. I feel like we could use more snacks in the break room, and also
Yeah.
a 15-minute break every 4 hours would be great.
Wait.
I don't know who
Did
it
you
is.
really call a meeting just to have a chat?
Do we
I
vote?
called.
Be a garage door.
We're in space.
Where are you gonna put your space car?
To be fair to her, why would there be a cafeteria in space?
Boy,
You and that worm.
stop the clock.
Started this.
See what happens when you throw 10 comedians in a high-pressure, tense situation where they try and solve a murder at 9 p.m. on a weekday. That sounds like the recipe for hilarity. We have no idea what's going to happen, but please come check it out. And here's a bonus. If you join our Discord channel, we'll occasionally pull players from our loyal fandom to come up and play Among Us with us. So you can join all of the players who are running around the ship trying to figure everything out. That's Thursday nights at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, join the dance.
Wait, I want to join the dance.
Yeah, little fun ghost dance.
Oh, let's go.
And then Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30, we have the return of our comedy sports matches.
Captains to the screen.
I'm drinking champagne. Try that on for size.
I'm dancing in the Regency era. Try that on for size.
Who performed the halftime show in the 2020 Super Bowl? Ooh, I think that was Tara.
Shakira. And it's not me, it's you 2020. TikTok we do stuff. Okay.
Bethany.
It's not me, it's you 2020. I want to be the hydrocloxic queen of my own life.
Said it so many
8 seconds.
Seconds remaining. Okay, Susan, what are you doing?
Heather, this is what I'm gonna do at midnight in my living room. I'm gonna drink some champagne, but that delicious champagne is gonna be a tape dispenser. What a fine vintage. And I'll be doing it not in my kitchen living room, but at Old Faithful.
Oh my gosh, it was easy, just like that.
And stick around at 9:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays where we turn up the zaniness just a little bit. It's a midnight show. Just a little mouth jazz from Simon and I.
Lies.
Hold on, gavel, gavel, gavel.
Nick's challenge, and I would like to raise him for an equal amount of points. Just as many spoonfuls of these raw almonds as you would like me to eat.
All
For
right.
points.
Susan, get
Almonds?
a nice.
She can see almonds?
Nick's challenge, and I would like to raise him for an equal amount of points. Just as many spoonfuls of these raw almonds as you would like me to eat.
All right.
For points.
Susan,
Almonds?
get a nice.
She can see almonds?
It's never the same show twice. We tried. It didn't work. And then over on our second stage in our Zoom Dome, on Sunday nights at 7 p.m., we have our Rec League. Join our 4 teams of amazing improvisers coming up with their own unique shows and formats, coached by some of our ensemble members. It's always different. It's super fun. And it's at 7 p.m. on Sundays over in our Zoom Dome. Whew! That is 6 nights of comedy. And that's just the beginning. Coming in March, we'll have our 6 Things tournament, and we have dozens of shows in pre-production right now to roll out. You'll have so much comedy, you won't know what to do with it. Please do something with it. So join us right here on twitch.tv/csnchicago.com for a full week of fun. And pop over to cschicago.com for full information on the shows, plus our Rec League schedule and link to our Zoom Dome. And make sure you sign up for our Discord channel where you can get special announcements throughout the week, interact with our ensemble members, and like I said, get that chance to play in Among Us with us. CSEN, your home for comedy on the interwebs.
Hey loyal fans, Black History Month is just around the corner. Comedysportz is celebrating with some shows, one of which is a trivia show called For the Culture. Tune in every Saturday between the 7:30 and 9:30 to see your favorite players from Rec League, Minor League, and Ensemble test their knowledge of Black culture. Now, the final show is going to be a best of the best, so you're going to want to tune in every week to see who wins. You're going to want to tune in for the culture.
Joining us for the first time, and who is a returning loyal fan. Are you new here? Question mark. Yes or nah. That poll is going to be right up above the chat. You'll see that question there. You can also use channel points throughout the night to vote on these polls. In this case, you only need to vote once. Unless you're multiple people inside of a trench coat, like a bunch of little kids inside a trench coat watching this show, in which case maybe not the most conducive way to watch, but like, hey, who am I to judge? So go ahead and vote for me. And if you are new, guess what? You are a loyal fan now. You have made it, and we're so thrilled to have you joining us. So what is Comedysportz? If you're new, it is improv. It is not comedy, or it is comedy. Oh my God. Oh boy, it is comedy. Please don't leave. It is not sports. It is not comedy about sports. It is improv played as, is comedy played as a sport. You know what? That is a really good line that normally I get, and it just didn't have it tonight. You're gonna see comedy played as a sport. All right, we got 90% returning loyal fans, so you know what's up. For those of you who don't, I'm so sorry, the other 10% of you that I have fumbled this explanation so far, but you're gonna see improv. We're gonna need suggestions from you to make up scenes, songs, and games throughout the night. We have two teams competing against each other. That's what makes it like sporting event, and a referee to keep things on track. So you can also give suggestions in the chat. Right now, I would love some suggestions of maybe things you would see in a game show or on a reality TV show. Some suggestions of activities you might see on television, either reality or game show, like giving a rose, something like that. Common everyday activities count as well. I just want to see all kinds of fun activities in the chat. All right, I'm waiting for them. I'm looking over here at my chat. I'm waiting for them to come in. Loyal fans, the suggestions, it all comes down to you. While I'm waiting for that, you know, I realized that I forgot a very important piece of what I had planned to wear this evening. I'm gonna mute myself really fast and fix that problem. I'm doing great. okay, how embarrassing that I forgot my sweater vest. It's actually kind of warm with the sweater on, so I'm gonna clip that. These are great suggestions. I love it. I'm gonna be monitoring the chat all night and helping out here with our referee. What else do I need from you? You got the who we are and the what we're about to do and how you can use the polls in the chat. You're gonna use the polling feature throughout the night to vote and determine who gets points in this very important sporting event. There's just one more thing I think that I need to do for myself here to be ready for the show. And I'm just gonna go into the back and get our actors out of the green room. I am your announcer for the night, and you are here at Comedysportz CSCN. Buckle up for the match. That's right, I may have forgotten to tell you my name, but I am your announcer for the evening, Patrick Connolly, and you are at Comedysportz. We've got a great match for you tonight. The visitors in red, the Kankakee Tank of Bees, are going up against your defending champions, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. I need you to make so much noise in the chat, all the 6s and 7s, as we welcome the Kankakee Tank of Bees. Up first for the Tank of Bees, we have a fantastic player. It's Patrick Conley. That's right. On anchor, supporting Patrick Connolly for the Kankakee Tank of Bees, it is Patrick Conley. And make some noise, 6s and 7s, all the 6s and 7s you have for your captain of the Kankakee Tank of Bees. You may have guessed it, it is Captain Patrick Conley. All right, loyal fans, you know what to do. It is your defending champions in blue, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. I know you're here to cheer them on. We've got a great lineup. Up first for your Downtown Chicago Bosses. Tonight, Rookie of the Year, Patrick Conley. On anchor, potentially maybe the weakest member, the imposter of this match. Really, nobody's expecting this. It is Patrick Connolly. And your captain tonight of the Downtown Chicago Bosses. Everybody at home, say it with me. It's your captain, Patrick Connolly. Oh, and Annie. All right, all the laughter, love, and applause, 6s and 7s for your referee this evening, Ref Patrick Connolly.
All right, good evening, loyal fans from near and far. I am your referee this evening, Patrick Connolly. Pad, how are you doing? Wonderful announcer, Pad.
Oh, Pat, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for asking. I looked the wrong way. Doing so great down here. I love announcing. I'm really good at it.
You're so fantastic. I feel like you even have won an awards for it, haven't you?
Yeah, Patrick Connolly, have won awards for announcing. I hope I live up to my my award rank tonight.
Oh, you
no pressure.
Don't even worry about it. Now, we obviously are sending a lot of Pad love tonight, near and far, and Pad behind the scenes is showing us his actual award for winning as an announcer. And you know what, Pat? I feel like as these loyal fans get started, they need to know just a couple of quick fouls that can be called at Comedysportz, because, like we said, this is not comedy about sports. This is comedy played as a sport, which means, as your referee, Patrick Connolly, I am in charge, and I'll tell you what, I'm tough but fair, and I will always be very kind about it. But know that I will call these fouls should I see them offended on my virtual field. Now, there's two fouls that I want everybody to know about right now. First one, I don't think we went over it, did we, Pad? at the very beginning.
Oh, no, I was very concerned about getting my sequins sweater vest and glasses, and I may have forgotten the brown bag foul.
No, Pad, that's why we're here for each other as fellow Pads, is we are here to look out for one another.
Mm-hmm.
The foul that everybody loyal fans in the chat needs to be looking out for is called our brown bag foul. Now, here at Comedy Sports, we have a brown bag foul because we truly believe that comedy is for everyone. And so we don't need to dunk into the toilet of filth comedy to make you laugh. However, we are improvising. So sometimes somebody might say something that stumbles over that line of good taste. And if that happens, I will tweet my pad whistle. I will call the brown bag foul, and the offending player will have to wear a brown paper bag from their home over their head for the remainder of that scene or game. They will also lose 3 points from their all-important score. So that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen here on our virtual Twitch field. However, something that you should know, loyal fans, is that this brown bag foul is also in effect for you all. That's right. My name is Pad, and I don't like it when people are mean. So that means if anybody in the chat says something that is dirty, nasty, gnarly pants, we will call it out. How will we do that? We have a brown bag bot that is scanning the chat, and you will receive a warning should there be anything that is lewd, crude, or bad attitude in our chat, and then you'll be booted from our Twitch stream. That's right. So that's the brown bag foul in effect for both our players and our loyal fans, but there is another foul that you need to be aware of, and that is called the technical foul. That is in effect because, as you can tell, we're all doing this show in the World Wide Web. So we are at the mercy of Comcast, RCN, or the guy above me's email, internet that I steal. And if it glitches out, if somebody is on mute, any other sort of technical offense, I can blow my whistle, call a technical foul, and that is going to be a 2-point deduction from our player's score. So we got our fouls laid out. Pad, do you feel like it's time to get our match started?
Yeah, I think we're ready. I think I've got everything I need.
All right. Well, it's time. So let's get my captains to the screen. All right, Captain Pad, please shake hands. Fantastic. All right, so Captain Pad, to determine who is going to open in this round for our opening head-to-head round, the coin toss, rather than a regular coin toss, we're virtual, so nobody would be able to see it. I will look for you in 5 seconds to please bring me a food item from your home that is gluten-free. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right. So Carly, Pad. How could I? Pad, in the
my birth name.
Best, you were back first. So what gluten-free treat can you offer me?
My gluten-free treat is something that is not native to my homeland, Ireland or Florida.
Okay.
It's an avocado.
Oh, all right. Gluten-free, good, delicious, full of lots of vitamins and healthy fats. Captain Pad, what do you have for us?
Sure, I prefer Patrick, but that's fine. You can call me whatever you like. As you know, I enjoy reading, so I prefer to know that it says gluten-free on the package, like this Nature Valley protein bar.
Well, Pad, here's the thing. I understand that you are both would want to really enjoy these things. However, I know that you are a very evidence-based person. So that means, Captain Pad, with the protein bar, you are going to initiate.
You don't know where that avocado's been.
It's true. You're going to
It's made in Mexico.
What would you like? Captain Pad, please put that avocado away. Captain Patrick, what would you like to play?
We would like to challenge them to the game of try that sweater vest on for size.
Excellent. Do you accept, Captain Pad?
I do.
Please field your team. All right, so this is the game of try that sweater vest on for size. You might notice that all of us Patricks are wearing sweater vests. They are the most comfortable. So our first two players that are going to be playing are Pad and Pad. Now, the way that this game is going to work is we are going to get some suggestions in the chat. In fact, go ahead if you can, right now, go ahead and put some suggestions in the chat of activities that you love to do when it starts to get a little bit springtime. So like we're not at the beach quite yet, but we're starting to get in the springtime. Go ahead and throw those in the chat for us. Here's how it's going to work. One of the members, so let's say, so Captain Pad in the blue, you are, not Captain Pad, yeah, Pad in the blue. You are going to be going first.
Cool.
Yeah, yes, that's you. Pad, you're going to start, and what will happen is Pad is going to be doing an activity. So let's say Pad was washing a window. And Pad would say, I'm washing a window. Try that sweater vest on for size. And then Pad from the red team would be doing the same activity, but then say that she is doing something completely different. So Pad might say, oh, well, I'm waving hello. Try that sweater vest on for size. And back and forth just like that. Now, if Pad or Pad says something that has been repeated, doesn't make any sense, or is just totally out of the non sequitur land, I will blow my whistle and they will be off my screen. Last player standing at the end of this match gets 5 big points for their team. So, Blue Pad, are you ready?
I think so, yes.
Again.
What's my activity?
Oh, you know what? Here's the thing, Pad.
Yeah.
You know what I appreciate about you?
What?
Is that you have such a great attention to detail.
Thank you.
And you notice that I didn't give you a suggestion.
You did. It was okay. I'm not trying to like pull rank. I just was like, I'll do stuff. I just know what to do.
Pad, not at all.
Thank you.
Good call, Pad.
Thanks, Pad. Also, my sweater vest is very
You're
tight.
so kind, and you're just doing this for the good of the match. So your activity, thank you so much, Pad, is playing catch with a baseball.
Oh, fun.
Thank you. All right, Pad, begin.
Oh, I'm playing catch with a baseball. Try that sweater vest on for size.
Oh, I'm bowling. Try that on for size.
Here's your newspaper, mister. Try that sweater vest on for size.
I'm Pad, aka Carly, throwing an avocado off of my webcam. Try that on for size.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this water balloon won't break. Ooh, try that sweater vest on for size.
Snake eyes, baby! Try that on for size.
Here's your Jackson Pollock. Try that on for size.
I don't want your cheese! Try that on for size.
Hang on, I gotta make sure these noodles are ready. Oh, yes, they are. Try that sweater vest on for size.
Oh no, I'm out of OxyClean! Try that on for size.
Hang on.
Pad, I'm sorry. We all know that OxyClean just has too many bad chemicals in it. We prefer natural cleaning products. So I'm sorry, Pad, you are off my screen. Please send another red player up.
Excellent. Pad.
All right, let's see who is going to be next. Yes, the alarm stopped. I am at the mercy of my neighborhood. Sorry about that. So I know. I wish I could do something about it.
It's your car. Turn it off.
Wonderful. So let's see. The next one is going to be Pad. Red Pad. We'll start with you. You are going to be testing the fire hydrants, and begin.
I'm testing the fire hydrants. Try that sweater vest on for size.
Oh, full steam ahead, boys! Try that sweater vest on for size.
Come on! I can't wield this mine cart myself. Try that on for size.
Hold on, Pat Sajak. I can fix this wheel on your game show. Try that on for size.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Come find a used car on Sunday. Try that sweater vest on for size.
Oh, I'm so tired of flipping over this tire. Is this really a workout? Try that on a sweater vest on for size.
Is this really the Blarney Stone? I don't know that I believe you. Try that sweater vest on for size.
Ooh, is this really the doorway to the sirens? Try that sweater vest on for size.
Pad, I'm sorry. You know that accent was absolutely terrible and it was insulting, so I'm sorry. You are off my screen.
I'm fine with this.
All right. Blue team, please send another one. Captain Patrick. Wonderful.
Thank you.
We are going to continue. Your suggestion is going to be Easter egg coloring. Oh, thanks, Giggy. Hi. Easter egg coloring. Pad, Pad in the red. We'll start with you. Begin.
Coloring the Easter eggs. Try that sweater vest on for size.
Oh, I learned how to make my own candles. Try that sweater vest on for size.
I'm icing my friend's undergarments at the sleepover. Try that on for size.
I just want like this much of my hair cut off. Like this much. Try that on for size.
Oh, at the end of the day, you'll just need a strong tie. Try that on for size.
I'm doing that magic trick where I cut off my thumb, but I actually am just cutting off my thumb. Try that on for size.
Churning this butter has been my life's work. You gotta go slow at first and then fast at the end. Try that on for size.
I'm sorry, but Captain Pad, you are both just, this is unsettling to me. There's something about this that's creeping me out and will give me nightmares. So you are, sorry, off screen. You are both off my screen. Bring
Ref Pad, bold move, Ref Pad.
You know, look, Pad, I gotta do what I gotta do here. I call it like I see it. All right, so Pad, you are now in the final round of Try That Sweater Vest on for size. Your last suggestion, and remember, last player standing wins 5 points at the end of this round. Your last suggestion is going to be hunting butterflies. Pad, we'll start with you and begin.
I'm hunting butterflies. Try that on for size.
Conducting the Electric Light Orchestra. Try that on for size.
I'm casting a spell in Ravenclaw House. Try that on for size.
I've got engaged to 10 people at once. Look, try that on for size.
Jazz hands. Fossy. Try that on for size.
I'm copying the earlier work of Jackson Pollock. Try that on sweater vest on for size.
I'm miming snow. Try that on for size.
I'm petting all of these mosquitoes at the same time. You, and you. Try that on for size.
I'm teaching 10 kids to count all at the same time. Try that on for size.
I'm controlling 2 Muppets and they're both screaming. Try that on for size.
Finger puppet war. Try that on for size.
Pad, I'm sorry, but a finger puppet war actually has combat involved. That was not accurate, so I'm sorry. Pad, you get the first 5 points of the round.
Ooh,
all right.
Scoring update. The downtown Chicago Bosses have taken the lead with a score of 5-0. Pad is winning.
All right. Congratulations. Well, Pad, I think we are rocking and rolling through this match. Let's get Captain Pad to the screen. Wonderful. Captain Pad, welcome to the screen.
Yes.
Well, I hope you're snacking on that gluten-free protein bar.
Oh, I start my day with one every day.
Excellent. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever get a chance, if you just rub some avocado on the top of that protein bar, delicious. The flavors really meld.
I don't like to rub foods.
You know what? That's true. All right, Captain Pad, I'm going to allow you to play a team choice game. Now, just know that the Kankakee Tankabees are going to be playing another game after this, and our loyal fans will have to vote on who they think does a better job. So choose wisely. What team choice game would you like to play?
Yes, well, as Pat, I would like to play the game Hey Morty.
Wonderful. All right, so would you like it just like that, Hey Morty?
Yeah, we'll take it just like that.
Great, you got it.
Straight up, like I like my slightly chilled red wine. It doesn't have to be room temperature to enjoy it. That's just for snobs.
I think that's totally fine, and every once in a while, I might put an ice cube in my white wine. Screen your team. All right. But I can only drink half a glass and then I fall asleep. Am I right? Okay, I'm 100. All right, so Captain, the game. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Pat, did you have a question?
At this point, I genuinely don't know where the bit stops and reality starts.
This is all real right
It's
now, Pat.
unclear.
We love you very much. So, this is a game of Hey Morty, and here's how it works. If we have anybody in our loyal fandom in the chat who maybe as a young child went on a vacation in the Catskills of New York, maybe they found love with a rough around the edges dance instructor, maybe not, but if you were familiar with that, you know that there is like a very specific type of humor that would happen during that era, and so we're going to replicate that in this game of Hey Morty. What will happen is these pads are going to be improvising a scene. If you could please put into the chat a suggestion of a vacation destination that you think would just be delightful when we can all travel again soon, hopefully. So they will be improvising a scene in a moment based on one of those suggestions. And at any point, I can blow my whistle, repeat a word that has just been said, and they will have to use the setup of Hey Morty to create a vaudeville Catskills style joke. Wonderful. So I see, Yosemite, California lady, Giggy, I know, right? So we're going to take the suggestion of Yosemite for this game of Hey Morty. Players, are you ready?
Yes. It's just so nice to get back into nature. Just, being in the outdoors, it's like you're getting in touch with your inner self by being outside.
Hey, do you know how to get back from here, Dad?
Look, getting to the place is just half the adventure. The other half is finding your way back.
Yeah, that's what? Dad, no, we gotta get back. Sundown bears come out.
Bears.
Hey, Marty, did you hear the one about the bears?
No, Marty, we didn't hear the one about the bears.
Well, listen up, otherwise it'll cub you.
You don't
Boys, look at this tree I saw.
Look at
Grandma,
this tree.
they all look the same. I'm sorry. Look, I'm happy to be here with my family, but all the trees look the same.
See, that's the mistake that you make when you live in the city and don't come out into nature. Every tree.
Nature.
Hey, Morty, did you hear the one about nature?
No, Morty. We did hear the one about nature.
I don't want to do a complicated setup because it has to be organic.
Harold's.
So this tree it's its own tree, just like you're your own person. Every tree is worth being excited about and worth looking at.
Oh,
I haven't seen something older than myself in a long time, and this tree is almost certainly older.
Grandma, are you looking for a compliment to say that you look young for your age?
I'm not looking for a compliment.
Compliment.
Hey, Morty, did you hear the one about the compliment?
No,
Morty. We did hear the one about the compliment.
Oh, it's probably because you didn't deserve one.
Oh, well, Grandma, you look very nice, and I'm proud of you for making it all the way up that hill today.
I just want you to be having fun here, and all you're talking about is how we're gonna get home.
I'm just concerned, that's all. I don't want us, a great family, to be lost in the woods.
Did I raise you like this, that you raised a son like that?
What?
No, that's the whole point. I'm trying to get him to expand his horizons.
Horizon.
Hey, Morty! Morty, did you hear the one about the horizons?
No, Morty! We did hear the one about the horizons!
Well, it makes a pretty good vanishing point.
Yay!
Shout out to loyal fan Christine Mortensen, who at the beginning when they introduced this game said, "Hey, Morty's my nickname." So that's what we're gonna call you now, Christine.
Oh wow, there it is. Yeah. So Christine, aka now Morty. Yeah, it's you know what? I agree. This game is totally not played enough. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's very silly. Everyone loves a ha cha cha cha.
Ugh, I love it. All right. Well, like I said, Pad, loyal fans, this game is gonna go up against another one. You're gonna have to decide after it who you like better. So, Captain Pad.
Ref Pad?
Oh, yes. So, Captain Pad, you also get to play a team choice game. What would you like to play?
We would really love to play Good, Bad, Pad Advice.
Good, Bad, Pad Advice. And that's exactly what it sounds like, is it?
Yes, it is.
Great. Wonderful. Please screen your team. And as you screen your team, Captain Pad, can you please let me know who will be which advice?
Yeah. So I will be Good Pad, Pad's Irish ancestors.
Great.
Kat will be Bad Pad, which is the Florida cousins of Pad, and then Kelsey's gonna be Pad.
Wonderful. Great. Fantastic. So, in the chat, I would like for you to put, and I'll explain to you how this game is going to work in a moment. But the first thing that we're going to need to fuel the engine of this game is your questions. And these are advice type questions. So we don't need anything like academic or anything like that, but just questions about stuff that might be just noodling around in your brain, like, is this the last year I rent? Should I be buying a condo next year? Or like, what should I do with that avocado that's starting to go brown, in my refrigerator? All those things like that. So start putting those advice type questions in the chat. We're going to need a bunch of them. And as Captain Pad just explained, this is the game of good, bad, Pad advice. So I'm going to throw these questions out to them one by one, and you're going to hear 3 great answers of advice to your question. And those advice are going to be given you're going to hear good advice, you're going to hear some bad advice, and then you're going to hear some Pad advice. So this is a game of good, bad, Pad advice. Players, are you ready?
Yep. Yeah. Sure I am.
Great. Kate, I really like this question. What dessert should be made for Easter? Yeah, so good. We'll start with you.
Oh, that's a good question. For a good dessert in our homeland of Ireland, it should just be a good strong cup of coffee with some sugar in it. That's the dessert part. That's it.
Great, thank you. Sounds like you maybe have moved around a little bit.
A little bit.
Great. Bad.
Hey, listen, it's good to be here. And the best dessert for Easter is roadkill gator snake.
Great. That sounds traditional. Excellent. Great. And Pad.
Oh, yes. So, when I was younger, I was on a show called Double Dare, and I, out of nowhere, got slimed. And the taste of the slime was this, delicious, like, vanilla pudding. So if you could recreate that, I would love that!
Excellent. All right. Well, Kate, I hope that helps you. Wonderful.
Brad just blowing his own horn about Double Dare again.
Okay. I mean, all right. Look, I get it.
Don't bring it up 3 more times tonight. Just watch it.
I might.
Okay. Yeah. Look.
Not everybody can afford slime. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Look, I'm here to keep it fair. Here to keep it fair. We have a really good question here. Especially good, Pat. I'm coming to you first again, obviously, and this is from your homeland of Ireland, right? So this is a key question: Bono or the Edge?
Oh, you'd never ask an Irishman, Bono or the Edge. Who are you? We'll chase you out just like St. Patrick with all those snakes, which is just a myth, you know. I'll choose Bono any of the day. He's colorful.
Okay, so terribly offensive, but Bono is the answer. Okay, great. In the middle.
Well, Bono is a bar on the Floribama shore, and the Edge is one on the intercoastal. So you always go intercoastal when you got a choice between the two. So the Edge.
Okay, great. And Pad.
Just wanted to get a fresh soda water. So, I have an Android, so I didn't have to deal with, what is it, YouTube, whichever one is which, putting their music on my phone. So I'm quite fond of either.
Thank you, Pad. Great. Now here's one that
You're not bringing up Double Dare.
Okay, well, I mean, that one, to be fair, there was no mention of Double Dare. But
oh, when I was on Double Dare,
okay,
both Bono
my bad. That's on you.
and the Edge shook both my hands at once.
That sounds amazing. So here's another question. This one's right up your alley because it's about grammar. So Team Bookmark, hi. This is a really great question. When is Y a vowel? So good, Pat, we'll start with you.
Oh, why is a vowel whenever you need it to be? See, with the potato famine that's happening currently, you need to just take your hands, dig into the earth, and pull out anything that is substantive so you can eat it. Why is a vowel when you need it?
Great, thank you. Pat?
Yeah. Better question is, why was Pad on Double Dare when both of us showed up to the audition together?
I don't know what the answer to that, but I do know that now you've brought up Double Dare, so...
That's on me. Stupid.
Okay, come on! And last but not least, Pad, when is Y a vowel?
Well, actually, when I was not on Double Dare, but on Jeopardy, that was the question that won me $1 bajillion. It was, when is Y a vowel? And I said, what is sometimes? And I won.
And that's the game! All right, so loyal fans, Pad, they're gonna have to decide which game they preferred, aren't they?
Yeah, I am, typing up a poll right now. It is going. It is happening. There's a poll in the chat. And while that poll is happening, I'm going to talk about some other fun things that are happening at Comedy Sports Network. So you can see our schedule right down below the stream here of all kinds of shows. In April, we have some exciting new shows premiering. But before those new shows premiere, big things. Monday is the finale, the final performance of karaoke. We're going to determine our winner. Our final four perform. So tune in on Monday. You don't want to miss it. And then this next upcoming weekend is Comedy Sports Worldwide Women's Weekend. It will be all women all weekend long. Thursday night, we have an added match. Friday, Saturday, an added match. Saturday at 6 p.m. and an added Sunday afternoon match featuring Comedy Sports Manchester. So get ready to tune in for that. I'm going to go out on a limb and maybe end this poll because it looks like a runaway here. Did I do it? I don't know if I did. The bosses take it with 89% of the vote.
Oh, no.
Oh, so that is a massive lead for the hometown team, downtown Chicago bosses. It is 10-0 in favor of the Pads in blue tonight.
Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh. 10-0. Captain Pad, we and our loyal fans that are back here tonight after seeing many matches, they know that even though it's 10-0, there's still a bunch of match left. So That can certainly change at any time.
It's good to be the pad, though.
It is good to be the pad, and I feel like Captain Pad could also say that.
Do say it every morning in the mirror to myself.
Excellent. Well,
honestly, I never want you to not do that accent. I was sad when your voice came out normal. Just that.
It was.
Which one?
I gotta say, Captain Pad, that accent was rough, but I still love you.
I love you too, lass.
There it is. Great. So, I'm going to let you decide what game you would like to play for our next head-to-head.
I would really love to play the Final Jeopardy.
Final Jeopardy! Wonderful. Captain Pad, do you accept?
Yeah. Yes, I am also German.
Field your team. Screen your team. Wonderful.
I'm just shocked that Carly hasn't used my famous catchphrase, "my wife," yet.
You say that all the time.
Constantly.
Carly's not playing. It's just.
I'm sorry, Pat. Sorry, Pat.
No, I know. I love that.
Wowie, wow.
Sorry, everything's great. Final Jeopardy, and as our wonderful Pad, has been on Jeopardy and is so incredibly intelligent and amazing. So this is the game of Final Jeopardy, and the way that it is going to work is we are going to get some suggestions from you all in the chat. And loyal fans, here's what I need right now. What I need are nouns, peoples, places, things is. So go ahead and please just put those nouns in the chat. I want them all. Give me your nouns. Yeah. And so go ahead and put those nouns in the chat. And what will happen is we are going to, one by one, I will burn box style call on people, and they will have to use that noun to turn it into a Jeopardy style pun. So for example, something we don't use very often, banana. If banana were the suggestion, somebody might say, what is something that I think makes me pretty appealing?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
And at the end of this,
We like it over here, too.
yeah,
Wow.
with that accent the whole time or not. It's really up to you. So at the end of this, you will have to vote on which team you think earned 5 points and who you preferred the best. So the first one is going to be, for this game of Final Jeopardy, it is going to be, ooh, I like this, a new pack of sponges.
Ooh.
I love a new pack of sponges. All right, players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, and begin. Oh God. Bad.
What runs wild in the ocean is the scourge of the sea.
Pad.
Pack of sponges.
What is too dry?
Pad.
What is I'm sending out an SOS pad?
Ooh. Pad.
What is a hit TV cartoon show?
All right. We are going to change our suggestion, and this one is going to be an ironing board. Staying in the household, an ironing board for Final Jeopardy. Pat.
What is something that I make out of cardboard on my floor?
Pat.
What is what I get when I'm ironing?
What is the leadership council of the Steelworks?
What's that one building in New York? Right? Am I right, everybody? Flatiron.
I think Flatiron.
Yep, we know, Pad. Yep, great. This next one is going to be seltzer water. Seltzer water. Pad.
What is overrated?
Pad. Twist. Pad.
What is the only thing civilized people drink?
Pad.
What is What is David O's last name? I think my mom might be the only one that gets that.
No, I got it, Pad. I got it, Pad.
All right, cool.
I got
Cool,
it.
Pad. Yeah, Giggy, I hope you get that. Pad.
What is the only way I drink actual water?
Great. All right, we're gonna do another one, and this one is going to be a monocle. Out of the household and into the clothing, a monocle.
Ooh.
Pad.
You know what? The Monopoly guy isn't wearing a monocle.
What is?
Is he not?
No, he does though.
I mean, he's wearing a monocle.
Yeah, he is.
He's not.
What is?
What is an Eiffel Tower?
And that's the game. All right. Okay. Loyal fans, you are gonna have to vote on that.
Vote. There's a poll. I've got the poll a-going. 5 points go to red or blue. Blue
And I
or
tell you,
red.
Pad, this one was a tight one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Kelsey's,
was.
Pad Kelsey's right. Mr. Monopoly does not wear a monocle.
He
It's one of those Mandela effects.
Like the Berenstein, the Berenstein.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Oh, that's
All right, loyal pads. Don't forget that you can use your channel points to vote. We've got some loyal pads using those channel points, and the blue team, the bosses, have a little bit of a lead there. They might run away with it. If you are a Tanko Bees fan, use those channel points now.
I mean, I know we see these Tanko Bees that they don't have any points, but know that next round it's possible.
Unfortunately, no luck for the Scottish Kankakee Tankabees. With 60% of the vote, those 5 points go to the bosses.
That's fair. That's fair.
A big lead, 15-0 in favor of the downtown Chicago Pads.
Amazing.
The Blarney Stone of Scotland.
So it's 15-0. Loyal fans who've seen this show before, you know that now we're about to go into the most difficult part of the match, which is our 6 things round. But first, Captain Pad and Captain Pad, we're going to do a brief toast. So let's. So Pad behind the scenes, our stage manager. If you want to leave it here or bring everybody up. Obviously, as you can see tonight, we are celebrating the amazing Pad Connolly. On his birthday, who we love so much. So Captain Pads, I will turn it over to you as we toast our favorite.
And I don't know if we have Mira right now, so I'll do the keys. You lead us in the song. Okay, Captain Pad?
Oh, there it is.
He's coming. Oh, thank God. Me.
Wow, I need to go back to Ireland after that.
Thank God Mira was here. It's so much better.
I mean, oh goodness. So Pad, we do love you so, and wish you a happy birthday. And I hope so much that this round of 6 things works out.
Me too.
Oh yeah, Captain Pad, you are allowed to, of course, send one player out of the room for this very difficult game. What is it going to be?
So, as Captain Pad, I have to say, Captain Pad would never allow such a blowout, even though you are showing your affection for me for my birthday. So first, I would like to bequeath 5 points to the red team, mostly, and only because I'm Pad, because if I were Bethany, this would absolutely never happen.
Not a chance.
And it's only really for the line about needing to go to an intercoastal bar.
Wonderful. All right.
Scoring update. The Tanka Bees are on the board with 5 points, and the bosses still have a lead.
We're still going to win, though. I'm not worried about it.
You never know how the tide could swing. So
a swinging tide.
Swinging tides, you never know how it's going to work. But either way, we still have to send 2 players out.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Padrick, who's it going to be?
I'll take Padrick. We'll go.
All right, Pad, you're out of the room. Captain Pad, who's going out?
Well, at this intercoastal bar, it's gonna be Padrick.
All right, Pad, get out of here. So they are heading into the ether for our next game, and this is the game of 6 things. For those of you who
I wish everyone could see our stage manager, Patrick Connolly. What a great stage manager.
Yeah, our stage manager, Pad, is dressed just like we are. And so this game of 6 things, it is the most difficult game in comedy sports. If you've seen it before, you know how it works. But as a reminder, there are 6 things that our announcer, Pad, sneakily got from you as suggestions at the very beginning. We are going to throw them up on the screen in just a moment if they're not there already. When Pat and Pad come back in the room, they are going to have to guess all 6 things, but we are going to make it very difficult for them because they are pros. So we're going to replace some of the elements of each of these things with things to make them a little bit more wacky. And then I'll explain to you how it's going to work when they come back in the room. So for the first, I almost said suggestion. It's an activity, right, Pad?
Yeah, it was a suggestion that is of an activity. So, Pad, you're right.
Thank you. It's both. You're so kind. All right. So the first thing is going to be falling down. We fall down all the time and then we get back up. So for falling down, can I please get 2 different types of suggestions in the chat? For the first one, can I please get a food that you think is oh so yummy and decadent? And then the second suggestion, can you please give me a band that you absolutely loved when you were a teenager? Please and thank you. Excellent. So for falling down, Pat is going to be falling down, but Pat is not going to be wearing regular clothes. He's going to be wearing peanut butter. And instead of falling down by himself, he is going to be falling down with the Bangles. So that is how this is going to work. We will take our our suggestions and replace them with some wacky stuff. Pad, can you get number 2, please?
Absolutely, Pad. Proposing. Oh, how romantic. My wife. Because apparently Pad says that all the time. Okay, so you're proposing. I needed suggestions, loyal fans in the chat, of something that you think is very adorable, like a kitten. And also a movie star that you enjoy, like Brad Pitt or Tina Fey or... All right, these are coming in here. Ooh, good suggestions. Okay, you're proposing to a red panda. They're so cute. And you are, what was the other thing I asked for? A movie star. Yep, you are, that doesn't make sense. The Ring is a red panda. Yeah, and you are proposing to Natalie Portman.
Oh, I feel like Natalie Portman would love a red panda ring.
Yeah, it would be foolish not to.
Anyone would be foolish not to. They're so cute. They're like little monkeys.
I just need to point out how I'm failing so miserably at writing. I wrote to a red panda and the ring is a red Portman. I'm doing great.
That's all right. It's amazing what our brains do. Right?
I don't even need to write them down. They're on the thing.
But you go above and beyond, and that's why you're Pat. Yeah. So next we're going to be cooking a meal. Can you please put in the chat for me, ooh, baby. Put in the chat for me something that just makes you smile when you think about it. Something that makes you smile when you think about it. So you're going to be cooking a meal, but you are cooking a meal with, Kate, I love this suggestion because it makes me really happy. You're going to be cooking a meal, your pots and pans are baby monkeys, and that has to be specific. It must be a baby monkey. Thank you so much. And you are going to be cooking, actually it's going to be an actual thing that you're cooking, and you're going to be cooking Swedish pancakes. Ooh. Sounds delicious.
Nice. All right. Number 4, activity number 4, shuffling cards. I need something that you might find in your junk drawer. I've got scissors and a tape measure in there. And I also need a location, maybe a landmark like the Grand Canyon or the Leaning Tower of Pisa. This can be international or right over here in the States. That is so specific, Brian Hooley. 7 chopsticks in your junk drawer. I just want to point that out. That's interesting. Okay, so the cards, the cards are stamps. And you are shuffling cards at just the Mississippi River.
I love it. Wonderful. All right, so you are going to be guessing a price. Yeah, like on The Price is Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Obviously. So these are number 5 and 6, and something that I didn't mention yet, if you are not aware or you've forgotten, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are worth 5 points each. Numbers 5 and 6 are worth 10 points each. So we are about to up the difficulty of this.
Yeah, difficulty.
I stand by it. We're upping the difficulty of this as we go. And so for this, we're going to get some suggestions that are a bit more difficult. So for guessing a price, can you please get for me in the chat a concept or an idea? So something like liberty or justice or peace or something like that. So go ahead and put in the chat for me some a concept, something that you can only think about, but you can't really touch. And so something I saw a little bit earlier up here that I really want to use is Allie, thank you for this. You are going to be guessing a price, but your brain is not going to be a brain because you need a brain to guess price. It's going to be tiramisu. Tasty brain. And you are at not like a game show studio or something like that, or a store. You are going to be at the concept of plagiarism.
Oof.
I love that. And number 6, let's go for it, Pat, and then we're out.
Buying a vowel. I need a person that was famous in the 80s, maybe like a older TV star. And let's see here. And also I need, my brain has exploded. I had a really good idea and I forgot it, and I'm just disappointed in that. I'm just sad that I can't remember the idea. I also need a thing that you haven't used in a long time, like a protractor.
Who doesn't use their daily protractor?
I mean, maybe a mathematician.
Maybe.
Wow, I think that these are great suggestions because I don't know who they are. And I asked for these. It needs to be tricky. Ooh, okay. Don Johnson. I've heard that guy before.
Don Johnson.
Yeah, so Vanna White is Don Johnson. And the, yep. And the vowel is a AAA card.
Whoa.
That's a good thing if you haven't had to use that in a while.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
I love my AAA card because you barely use it, but when you do, ooh, baby, is it worth it? And we're, I think, sponsored by AAA, right?
I think so, yeah.
There are. So I am taking a picture of this with my phone. Did it come through? Oh, gosh, I hope so. It didn't come through. Can somebody text it to me? No, never mind. I got it.
Okay, I was going to say, I wrote them down except for guessing a price, and my notes, as I pointed out earlier, are horrible.
It's totally fine. I did a burst.
I'm gonna text the pads.
So text those pads, get them back in our virtual Twitch room. And loyal fans, here's what is about to happen. Those 6 things, which as you all know are very difficult.
Oh, pad, Captain Red Pad.
Ref Pad and Host Pad, I'm so sorry. Could you text Captain Red Pad and Red Team Player Pad the whole thing, specifically the last one? It disappeared.
Yeah, raise your hand if you need it. Wonderful. Announcer Pad, can you take care of that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. So I'm going to send this to you, Announcer Pad.
Thanks.
So I'm going to send it to announcer pad because I don't know who we're talking about anymore. And I'm fine with it. I love it. But here's what's going to happen. We have 6 things to guess. And the way that they, as those of you who've seen this before, the way that our pads are going to be guessing this is only through 2 different tools. And those tools that their teammates can use are Mime, which is like you're trapped in a box, and gibberish, which is a made-up nonsensical language. Now there are 6 things, and there are 5 points on the line for numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, 10 points on the line for numbers 5 and 6. Now, the teams are going to alternate back and forth, starting with blue. However, both guessers will be watching at all times because if one guesser does not get it correct, the other guesser has an opportunity to steal all the points. So even though the bosses are in the lead, it is still absolutely anyone's game at this point. Each player will have 90 seconds to guess, and at the end of that 90 seconds, they must issue a guess, no matter what. So this is going to determine the fate of our game and which set of pads wins. Players, do you have everything that you need at this juncture? Yes, excellent.
Just so many shrugs.
This pad's ready.
So blue team pads, you are ready to go. Number 1, 90 seconds on the clock. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Oscar.
Oh, skip it up. Whoa! So, Kasaba?
Oops, Asaba, Iskaba.
Whoa! Poop!
All right, stop the clock.
35 seconds remaining. 38 seconds remaining.
Okay. I am falling down wearing peanuts, and I am with the Bengals.
That is incredibly close. You are falling down. You are with the Bengals. You need to clean up your clothes. I need them a little bit more specific. You got 38 seconds. All right, stop the clock. Pad, what are you doing?
23 seconds.
I'm falling down with the Bengals wearing peanut butter.
Yeah! Points, number 1. All right, red team, come on up. We got number 2 ready to rock and roll. You have 90 seconds on the clock. Pad, your time starts now.
Huh? Oh, what's that? Isa Shariga. Isa Biba Sasha. Why Shariga Sari? Yansara Betty Sariga Shara.
Askarata
Tiba Shasaraba. Stay Saraba.
Oscar Pinkata. Is he the Oscar Poo? I thought
It's a boop boop boop.
Oh no, it's like a fully. It's a Kanawada is gonna pick
1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh, yes,
it's no Gaskata like a rah.
Oh, okay, but Shibasa.
No. It's Katikata.
I got it about she Skaba.
30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining.
Stop the clock.
14 seconds remaining.
What are you doing?
I'm proposing to Carrie Fisher with a teddy bear ring.
You are proposing. The person that you are proposing to and your ring are kind of close, but they need to be cleaned up. You got 14 seconds.
Sige naman. Yan, sige naman.
Tingkita. But the
Yan, sige.
The tingkita is a.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying that.
That is time. No more time.
All right. For number 2, what are you doing? Your time.
All right, I'm proposing. My ring is a red panda, and I'm proposing to the actor who plays Darth Vader.
That is not.
I know I'm farther away.
You are proposing. Your ring is a red panda, but that is not who you're proposing to. Pad, can you come in for this deal?
I am proposing with a red panda, which is the only way to do it.
Yeah.
And I am proposing to Dame Maggie Smith.
I wish that was the case. Unfortunately, no points are rewarded. You were proposing to Natalie Portman.
No.
Come on up. 90 more seconds on the clock. This is number 3. 5 more points on the line here.
Prequels never happened.
Going into the second set of activities, the score is 15-5 in favor of the bosses.
15-5, bosses. This is your 90 seconds. Number 3 starts now.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. Ah, skababa. Skababa.
Oh, skababa.
Skababa.
Askaba, clunk, clunk, skaba, skanky, skaba, flunk, 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 askaba, raise that up.
Oh, skaba, fwa.
No, skaba, isaba, asabu, askaba, askaba, beast.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
Scoop, boop, 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 boop.
30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining.
Stop the clock.
Whoa, 11 seconds remaining. 11. Yeah, it is 11. 1 and 1. I'm Pad Connolly.
What are you doing? Number 3.
Okay, I am cooking. My cooking vessel is a baby capuchin monkey.
Yeah, that's very yes.
And the actual food that I'm cooking is a 1,000-layer Swedish crepe cake.
So you are cooking. Your vessels, your pots and pans are baby monkeys. And what you are cooking is actually too specific.
Great.
So rein it in, babies. You got 11 seconds.
Bork, bork, bork. Skababa, skababa, skababa. Fwa, fwa. Si, ababa. Foomp, 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 foomp.
5, 4, 3,
That's time. Time's expired. Pad, what are you doing?
I am cooking. My cooking vessel is a baby monkey. And the food I'm cooking is a Swedish layer cake.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Still so close, but I can't give it to you. So, Pad, do you want to come in for this?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, great. Wait. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm cooking. My pots and pans are baby monkeys, and I'm cooking Swedish pancakes.
I'm so sorry. I got to give the steal to you. That's 5 points. That is correct.
All right, scoring update. Bosses with 15 and the Tanko Bees with 10.
Ooh, Tanko Bees are getting close. I told you anything.
I'll take those points back. Thank you.
Anything can happen in this.
You can't have them back, Lassie.
Pad, you gave those points up because you're so sweet. All right, so we are on to number 4. Tank of Bees, come on up. You got 90 seconds. It starts now.
See? Chic.
One minute remaining.
Okay, I think floopy is floopy. It's a splooshy.
Yes, splooshy. Yeah.
Yeah, splooshy, we splooshy.
30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds.
All right, 30 seconds remaining. Or
28 now.
28.
Yeah.
Pad, what are you doing?
I'm shuffling cards. The cards are stamps, and I'm doing it at the Panama Canal.
You are shuffling cards. Your cards are stamped. You are not doing it at the Panama Canal. You got to clean that up, but you got 28 seconds.
Splooshy. It's a okay. Shatinga is flue, and then the floopy is a splooshy. It's like a splooshy, but
10 seconds. This should call and stop.
Oh.
I've been calling for
It's
mesmerized by what was happening.
You've got 6 seconds on the clock.
I have 17 seconds. All right,
Okay, Pat.
I am shuffling cards. The cards are stamps, and I'm doing it at the Amazon River.
That is not correct, although it's a little bit closer. You got 6.
I bet you that.
No more time.
Your time has expired and then some. Pad, what are you doing?
I am shuffling stamps at the Mississippi River.
That is correct. 5 points to the Tank of Bees.
It is a tie match. 15-15.
Ooh, it's tied up. Yay. Okay, we are on to number 5. Pad and the blue team, you are back up. This is when they get to be a little bit more difficult. And 10 points are on the line. So your 90 seconds starts now.
Scabba, clunk, 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 clunk.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Rip. Scabba, scabba, scabba,
is a boop 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 is a ah. Tick 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 tick.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, skabba. Skibidi hee hee hee.
Stop the clock.
You've got, what is 9 seconds? No, 19. What was happening, Pad, backstage?
Stage manager Pad is showing us a
90 seconds left.
9 seconds remaining.
90 seconds.
Yeah, great. Pad,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I am guessing prices on The Price is Right. My brain is a coffee cake, and our set is the idea of plagiarism.
Yes. So you are guessing prices. You are your set is plagiarism. If you need to clean up what your brain is that is not quite correct, you have 9 seconds.
Okay.
3 seconds. 3 seconds. Pat, what are you doing?
Okay, I am guessing prices on The Price is Right. The set is plagiarism, and my brain is tiramisu.
That is correct. Oh my gosh.
It always does it. All right, so 10 points now. Pat, announcer Pat, what does that bring our score to?
That brings our score to 25-15 in favor of the bosses. It all comes down to this final thing. You love it.
It comes down to this, and here's what I'm going to say. Because to make sure that we don't tie this game, I'm going to make this an 11-point round, 11-point thing.
I'm going to win it because it's my birthday.
That's what I'm going to. Okay, Pat.
It's all our birthday.
So for 11 points, your 90 seconds starts now.
Because
One minute remaining.
Yeah, so to be,
Okay. The tinker. It should be.
Okay.
Okay, let's go banana. Let's go. Flink it up, and then it's a flinka. It's gonna take it up.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
It's skabooby boobada. It's a patinka, huh? It's patink.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Oh, it's hot.
Ten seconds. Five. 3, 2, 1. Time.
I was calling time for 10 seconds.
Well, your
Again.
teammate was not finished with the clue, so I had to extend.
Thank you for knowing me better than I know myself.
Your time has expired.
Right.
Pat, I am surprised at your talk back.
You know?
I'll work on that. Sorry.
I want to tight ship.
All right, Pat, what are you doing?
I am buying a vowel. Vanna White is Guns N' Roses. No, it's Florida Georgia Line, and I am going to, and the vowel itself is a picture of a motorcycle.
I am sorry, you are buying a vowel, but your Vanna and your vowel are not correct. So, Pad, over to you for a possible 11-point steal.
Okay, I am buying a vowel. My vowel is an old Motorola StarTech cell phone that you'd find in a car in like the late 1990s. And instead of Vanna White, it is David Duchovny from the X-Files.
Oh, gosh.
I was going to say David Caruso. Was I closer there?
Unfortunately, no points are being awarded. You were buying a vowel. Your Vanna White was the Florida hotshot Don Johnson, and your vowel was actually a AAA card. But announcer Pad, that's our match. And what is that?
The final score with 15 points is your visitors, the Tanko Bees, and your winners and defending champions with 25 points, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. All right, loyal pads in the chat, give it up 6s and 7s for your cast of Patrick Connolly's tonight. For the Kankakee Tank of Bees, we had Patrick Connolly, played by Kelsey Myers. We had Patrick Connolly, played by Kat Gotzik. And we had Captain of the Kankakee Tank of Bees, Patrick Connolly, played by Carly Kohake. And give it up for your winners tonight, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. We had Pat Connolly, played by Mayor Rob Grabowski. We had Captain of the Downtown Chicago Bosses, Captain Pat Connolly, played by Bethany Remley. And the birthday boy himself, the actual Patrick Connolly. Give it up for your referee, Pat Connolly, played by Kate Cohen. And on behalf of myself, Pat Connolly, Heather Scholl, our music director, Ryan Mira, Pat Connolly Mira, and your stage manager, Ryan Mira, played by Jason Geis. Thanks so much for sticking with us through this journey. We love you. Happy birthday, Pat, and good night.
Honey, it's that time of year again.
The time of year where we celebrate for 8 days?
Yes, but it's not Hanukkah.
No, it isn't. Of course, it is not. It is, of course, Passover.
It's that Pesach. It's that time when your bread becomes flat and it gets a little bumpy and it smells and tastes like cardboard.
That's right. We love it when my bread becomes flat. Like I was a nice flat-breaded man. Yes. Oh, I must tell you, Bobby, that I do love you a lot. You know?
I must tell you I love you a lot as well, honey. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this Passover thing? What is this? What is this thing they're talking about? Well, during spring, there is this holiday that we celebrate called Passover. The Hebrew word is Pesach. Say that at home. Pesach.
Pesach.
Get the ch at the end. Passover is the story from the book of Exodus, and it's where it's the story of the Jews being freed from Egypt.
That's right. They're like, excuse me, Pharaoh, could you please free me?
I'm out of here. Bye-bye. What you would normally do if it was Pesach, you would go to somebody's house for a Seder.
Seder what?
Seder what?
Seder what?
Seder what?
Seder what?
Seder what? Seder means order, and that's basically what it is. It's a meal that has a certain order to it. And of course, don't worry, if you were at a Seder, you would have a little cheat sheet. You'd get a book called a Haggadah.
That's right. The Haggadah will guide you through the entire dinner. And it's so much fun.
Everybody at a Seder has the Haggadah, and we go around and everybody helps read and tell the parts of the story of Pesach.
That's right. And even you can get a Haggadah, and you can order them. They have one for every different kind of person, and they've updated them. You can also get them for free online and print them out. That's right.
Yes, get a little Xerox copy, make a little crayon rubbing. You know, there's lots of options. But the Haggadah, what's very wonderful about it is that everybody gets involved. Everybody joins in. And if you come to a part in it of a word that you don't understand, you just try your best. You just try your best. and it's some ancient old biblical word. Try your best, because that's all we're trying to do is try our best and just be involved in this holiday. So now, of course, our grandson has he had to do a project for school about matzah, and so he's going to show us his presentation now. Go ahead and take it away, Jacob. Everybody, yay for Jacob.
So you're probably wondering, why do we eat matzah on Passover over here? Well, here's the reason. When the Israelites were slaves in Egypt and they were leaving, they didn't have enough time to let the bread rise. So they had to put it on their backs and eat the unleavened bread. And that's why we eat matzah on Passover, to honor them. Now there's a very special piece of matzah, oh yeah, that we've got 3 ceremonial pieces of matzah. So in ancient times, they used to have a sacrifice of a lamb at the end of the meal. We don't do that. Instead, we take the middle piece of matzah and we snap it in half. Oh yeah. And then we take the bigger piece and we hide it. And that's what we call the afikomen, as in afikomen, get it. And then the children typically go and find the afikomen and bring it back, and it's the last thing that everybody eats at the meal. Now, a fun fact is matzah is sometimes written as matzo in the food industry. You know what else is called matzo? Me, Matzo Man Randy Savage, munching some matzos.
Oh, my honey, my Bobby, guess what?
What?
I found the afikomen from last year.
What? The afikomen from last year? I thought we had that. We went on with the rest of the Seder and everything.
Oh, then hold on, take it out of my back pocket. Go ahead.
Oh, what is that little? Let me get that little. Oh, pinch the little tuchus while I'm at. What? This is the rest of the afikomen.
Don't do it. It's very hard.
It's also a year old.
That's right. Some things get better with age. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, I do. And of course, part of the Seder is the Seder plate. That's the thing central to the center of the table. Now, our beautiful, smart niece, as Carly is away at college, and so
she's learning so much. She's learning so much.
And so we said, you know what? Tell us a little bit about the Seder plate. You know, she's got to work on presentations for college. So I said, put one together for us. Tell us about the Seder plate. So here's what this is what we got.
Hi everyone, it's Carly. Sorry I couldn't be there in person this year, but you know, there's a pandemic going on. So I'm here to talk about the Seder plate, which I have right here. So you'll see there's lots of different compartments for things. So I'm just gonna like walk you through them. So starting at the top, you have the bitter herbs. That represents bitterness, because that's what happened when the Hebrews were in Egypt. And then you have the shank bone. Now we don't use a lamb shank because I don't even know where you'd find lamb. So we use a roasted chicken bone there, and you're not supposed to eat it. So don't eat it. The charosis. So the charosis you put on matzah. So it's delicious. It represents the brick and mortar that the Hebrews used to build the storehouses. So you put apples in it and wine, and I have gotten tipsy from it before, so don't eat too much of it. This is for the lettuce. So this also represents the bitterness. There's a lot of bitterness with Passover. This is for the parsley. So the parsley is dipped in salt water And again, that's representing the bitterness that we went through as Hebrew people during Passover. This is an egg, so we use a roasted egg there. Now, this, is a symbol of mourning. So this is not like the happiest Jewish holiday. And then this is where you put your salt water to dip the parsley. And another thing that's not on here is the afikomen. So what you do is you put 3 pieces of matzah together, and the one in the middle is the afikomen, and you wrap it up and you hide it. Now, like as a kid, you can go find it, but I'm a little old for that now, so I don't do that. Anyway, happy Passover, everyone. I have to get back to my studies, but it was so good to virtually see you all. Mwah.
Okay, well, I thought that the Seder plate had a few more, lively parts to it.
Yes, that's a lot of bitterness.
A lot of bitterness. I would say the egg could symbolize rebirth, like spring.
Correct.
Renewal.
Rebirth, happiness, perhaps. Although I can understand if I eat too many eggs, somebody in the house is bitter. Let me tell you.
It's me. I'm
Open the window. Open the window.
Bitter one. I'm the bitter one. Dip me in some salt water because I'm bitter. And traditionally at the end of the Seder, we always say, next year in Jerusalem. And next year, frankly, anywhere but here. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know it. As long as I'm with you.
Next year in the Boca. Next year in anywhere.
Next year in somebody else's home. That's all I want.
We just want a little vacation.
That's all. Just a small one.
I'd love to be riding a little camel like this.
Me too. And we could get a 2-humped camel. You'd be on the front. I'd be on the back. I feel like that would be very nice. Do you remember the Passover where I washed my hands and then I accidentally dipped my parsley in the dirty water? It tasted salty, but it was incorrect.
It was the wrong kind of salt.
It was very wrong.
Wrong kind of salt. Now, of course, honey.
Oh, what? Huh? What?
What are you doing? What are you falling asleep already?
Oh no, I'm just relaxing like a king, because that's what we do during Passover. You don't have anywhere you need to go, which is why dinner sometimes lasts for hours. But sit back, relax, lean to the left, to the left, to the left. Drink up your wine and sit to the left.
Yes, this is the time when you're instructed to recline and eat your food.
That's right.
To 4 cups of wine. This is honestly such a great holiday, everyone, right? 4 cups. Happy Passover. Chag Sameach. Chag Pesach Sameach. It's just... Oh! Is anyone else's wine bad? Oh! Ribbit. Oh, excuse me. Ribbit. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. You want me to ask the 4 questions? I'm old. I'm old. No, I can't do that. No, thanks for the soup. Yeah. I can't eat the soup. I can't eat. There's a fly in the soup. I can't eat this. We're having brisket tonight? Love dead meat. That is the best. That's absolutely the best. Excuse me, Joshua, you're in med school now, aren't you? Hey, can you do me a favor? Because I've got a pimple on my back. And I would love if you, after the Seder, totally, and Jacob, I hear you're going to Michigan. Hail to the victors! Go blue, but hail, baby. Hail to the victors. Silent young grasshopper. Judah, you will get into college. It's still early. Michigan has rolling admission. All right, don't worry about that. It's gonna. Hold on. Oh, there's something in my eye, in my contact. I can't see anything. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, that was scary. Woo! Let's get this party started. Ooh, getting a call from my dad. What do you mean I'm cut out of the inheritance?
Wait, Bobby, wake up. Bobby, wake up. Oh, we still have so much more time to.
What? I've got the matzo ball mix. Okay, everybody. Everybody don't know the secret. Okay, it's homemade.
That's right, we made it at home. We've made everything at home for the last year. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I love Bubby. To get us both out of here, all right?
What was that, honey? I had my hearing aid turned down. Did you say something?
Oh, I said I love you very much, and I don't feel at all like we are back in Egypt, like our home is Egypt, and we are trying to escape.
Oh, that's so sweet, honey. Also, good tip when you're at the Seder, you're gonna have lots of little crumbs from the matzah. Just do it like this. Vacuum clean it. We'll get it later.
What I do is I wear my vest that has several pockets, and it picks. This one has this happens.
It got crumbs from last year in it.
That's correct. That is correct because I don't do my laundry. So that was lint. That was not matzah. Oh no, pestilence.
Okay, you're getting very cheeky now. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Cheeky. Let's find this year's Afi Coleman.
Okay, let me find it. Get
Come
close.
and get it. Ooh, is it one of my front pockets? I don't know.
Let me get it.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Happy Passover.
Happy Passover.
All right, can we eat some bread now?
Like regular bread?
Like the good stuff.
Yeah, I've got 5 bagels just over here.
Okay, I'll meet you by the toaster.
All right, sounds good.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I got tons of soul on my true collective ball. Famous, also famous, number one, desirable. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want it. Leave you with the one in, yeah, that's how I roll. I got change to throw, I don't care about no gold. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Always on the show, so they know that I still got it. And I never feel sorry, yeah, to all the world. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. This is me, I still on it. Cause you all wanna be loved. Yeah, you all wanna be loved. But a champion, a champion. When I hear him come like my fuse and then ba-bum. Later, see you later, I'm about to blow this up. You can sing my song if you want, I know you want it. It's always kinda funny. Yeah, cause I know I'm a superstar in the sky to lead you on. Haters gonna hate us, approve of how they love. They can bring me down, nah. They are jealous of me and my umbrella. Yeah, they love me so. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. This is me, I still on it, cause you all wanna be loved. Yeah, you all wanna be loved by a champion, a champion. Yeah, all I wanna do is just say, you don't understand how I play. I am on my way to win you over and over, yeah. Oh, you can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So you play it over and over and over, yeah. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. This is me, I still on it, cause you all wanna be loved. Yeah, you all wanna be loved by a champion, a champion. This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. Yeah. All I wanna do is just say, you don't understand how I play. I am on my way to win you over and over, yeah. Oh, you can read my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So you play it over and over and over, yeah.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you've tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner,
It's wonderful to see everyone coming back. Wonderful to see everyone who's joining us for the first time tonight. Hey, quick question. Are you all ready for tonight's comedy sports match? Answer in our poll. Your options are yes, yes, or hold on one second. Don't worry, if you're not quite ready, there's this whole explanation I'm going to do. You'll have time to prepare. Thank you, everybody, by the way. This is great to be back for this one, too. And thank you for the birthday wishes. This is my birthday gift to myself. It's true. So, welcome to Comedy Sports, everyone. This is the home of competitive improvisation. Tonight, we got two teams who are going to be going head-to-head for your love, laughter, and your applause. And those votes are just about in. It looks like about 90% of you are ready for tonight's show, and two of you have about 2 minutes to get your act together. So what you're about to see is two teams going head-to-head once again for your love, your laughter, your support, and your votes. We have tonight the downtown Chicago Bosses, who are defending their title against our team in red, the Lil Something Somethings. Thank you, Allie, for the birthday bits. And there's more bits to come. Yeah, there we go. 85% of our audience is ready for tonight's show. Good to see that. You'll be voting using that same voting function later on tonight, so don't forget where that is. And you can also vote with your channel points. You get those for free for watching, so feel free to use those if you want to throw a couple extra points one of these teams' ways. Now, Everything you're about to see tonight is being made up on the spot. This is competitive improvisation, which means that all you're about to see is happening for the very first and the very last time as these teams go back and forth. And it's all going to be based on suggestions that you in our Twitch chat give us. Let's go ahead and practice some of those right now. Normally we ask for activities right here, but I'm going to change it up. I'd like you to type in things that you would like to know more about or you wish people knew more about. So, for example, I would like to know more about the history of Broadway, and I wish more people knew about the history of Broadway. So that would work for both of those. But go ahead and throw those in there. You can throw in one answer. You can throw in more than one. Whatever strikes your fancy. Just what's something that you think is super interesting or something you'd like to know more about. More on why we're doing that. Thank you. Yes, Kate, it's so fascinating. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, feel free to keep those coming. Now, we're going to be coming to you for a whole bunch more suggestions throughout the evening because everything you're about to see, like I said, is made up based on those suggestions. Now, one thing that we do ask you is your responsibility in the chat is not just to type these suggestions in, but it's also to do it in a respectful way. We here at Comedy Sports pride ourselves on doing a show that everyone can enjoy, but because it is improvised, sometimes a player may mess up, they may cross the line of good taste, something might slip out that's kind of gross, yucky, or just something we don't want to hear. If that happens, our referee can call the brown bag foul, and that player will have to take a penalty in that game and can even lose points from their score based on the severity of that foul. Now, in the chat, you don't have points to lose, just your dignity. And not only will I be watching, not only will our ref be watching and our mods be watching, but we also have our brown bag bot who filters out most things that we don't want to see in our chat. If you type something in and it's something that brown bag bot takes an issue with, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. If it's something that's happening repeatedly, or if there's anything that's just mean-spirited, we might time you out. Or if it's real bad, we might even ban you from the channel, and we don't want to do that. We want everyone here to have a good time. So basically, be cool and be nice. That's our main rule for chat. So you get how that works. You get how the brown bag works. You get how suggestions work. All right. I know I've just asked a lot of you. You all have typed in a whole bunch of suggestions, which we're going to be using later in the show. But now, can you believe it? It's time to type more suggestions. So what I'd like you to do right now is type in activities for one of our later rounds, the 6 things round. These can be everyday activities like chores. These could be fun things to do when the weather's nice. These could be things that you do around the house to pass the time. Or if you want to get very creative, what's something that you could only do like in a dream or in a movie? Like what's something you don't see all the time in real life, but you maybe see happen on screen or in a book? So go ahead and once again, feel free to give us one suggestion, feel free to give us a bunch, and we'll be coming to you for more of those later on. The more of these we get, the more of them we can use. All right. Also, there's a couple ways to support us. One is if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and you can subscribe to us on a monthly basis for free. That is money that is being taken straight from Amazon and put straight into Comedy Sports. Otherwise, it's just sitting there, unappreciated and unused. Don't let your Twitch Prime subscription go to waste. Also, if you'd like to know about more of the shows that we have going on here, type !schedule for all those shows. And if you'd like to know how we do what we do, !classes for information on our training center. Oh, I'm loving these activities that are coming in, by the way. Some of these are very exciting, like things I'm excited to see our performers do, and others are just mean, and I'm going to take those as well. All right, that's enough from me. You understand what's going to be going on here. Oh, yes, to the moon! Why am I in front of a Bitcoin? Oh, there we go. All right. So that's everything you need to know to watch the show. Our players are in the green room warming up, so they have everything they need to do the show. So I think it's just about time to get this Comedy Sports match a-going. Good evening, loyal fans, and welcome to the 9:30 Friday Comedy Sports match. Tonight, we have 2 teams facing off for your approval. Tonight, your challengers, wearing the red jerseys, the Lil Something Somethings. So put those red foam fingers in chat, put those 6s and 7s in there for our virtual applause as we welcome our red team, leading off, Matt Elwell. Your dance captain for the red team, on anchor, it's Carly Kohake. And the captain of the Lil Something Somethings. Please give it up for Captain Marilat Martinez. And now, put those blue fingers in chat for your defending champions, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. Tonight, leading off for the Bosses, it's Chip O'Quan. And on deck, the anchor of the Bosses, give it up for Rob Grabowski. And the captain of your defending champions. Make some virtual noise for Kelsey Myers. No, those are expensive. Don't rip that. And now, welcome your referee, Brian Houlihan.
Yes! Thank you very much for coming out, Comedy Sports. It is 9:30 Central Time on a Saturday. Hit me with some 6s and 7s if you're in the chat right now. Yes. Thank you. Big ups to Pad right now. It is Pad's birthday. We celebrated it last show, so if you weren't there, go back and rewatch it. You only get one, Pad.
Oh, I do have one other present that I'm getting right now, which is the music from our music director tonight, Ryan Mira.
Oh.
That's my gift.
Yeah, and it's a gift we can all take. Thank you very much, Pad. How you doing on your birthday?
This has been fantastic. I'm still very excited and also mortified from the last show, which is exactly what I was hoping for.
Well, good, because that's exactly what we were hoping for as well. It all went smooth and it all went right. But if things didn't go right, let's talk about that real quick because there's last one we got to get into. Yep, we do. So the technical foul. So we're doing everything online right now. So you said earlier that you can't say anything bad. I want to make sure nothing happens that's bad. So if your computer freezes, if you leave yourself on mute, yep, exactly like that. If you do some things that will, just generally result in it not being a smooth show, I can call it technical foul and we can move along from there. I might take points away. I might just fast forward in time so we skip past that. I don't know. Great. We got that covered. Pad, we got your birthday covered. We got Ryan. I think we're good to go. So I need everyone in the comedy arena right now to tap 6s and 7s every time I say this phrase, captains, to the screen. Captains, yes. Captain Kelsey, Captain Marilette, shake some hands. Wave, yes. Into it.
Yeah.
Everyone looks great tonight. How we doing?
Thanks. I'm well. How are you?
Living.
I'm feeling super good. I'm ready.
Great. Well, if we're both ready and we're both feeling super good, let's go ahead and kick this off with a coin toss to see who calls what game. Now, in this coin toss right now, you can see right here, I'm living in a very stripy environment. You have to bring me the plainest thing that you can find to offset it. What is the most plain thing you can find to offset all these stripes? Go! Yeah. So if we're playing pool, I guess I'm stripes, Pat. I guess that makes you solids.
There we go. I genuinely forgot what the other option was for a moment there.
Yep, no worries. I got your back. All right, we got Captain Kelsey back right now. We're just waiting on Captain Marilette, who is back. Alrighty, folks. Captain Kelsey, you were back first. What is the plainest object or thing that you could find?
Oh, just some super hot pieces of paper.
Okay. All right. That looks like standard eggshell. Marilette, what do we got?
You know what? You need to balance it out with a little bit of beige neutral, baby. A beige scarf. There it is.
Yes. All right. And for that one, yeah, I'm going to go with that beige scarf. That covers up so much with so little flair. Congrats, Marilette. And for keeping it so plain, you get to go ahead and pick the first game. What would you like to play?
You know what? We got something to prove when we're playing up against these big bad bosses, and we just want them to know that we can keep up with them. So we're going to challenge them to I can do better.
Ooh. Captain Kelsey, what do you think?
I think we can do better, so we better get in here.
All right, well, you better bring your teams in the field because we're playing I Can Do Better.
I have nothing to do with how that happens.
Loyal fans, this is a game of I Can Do Better. What's going to happen is we have all our players up here on the screen right now, and they're going to be doing a scene. 3 of them are going to be doing a scene. At any point in time, one of the players on the back line can yell,
I can do better.
And they will take that and challenge with what's happening in the scene. For example, if someone's fishing, Marilette could say, I can do better, and she would come in and fish better, whatever that means to her. You'll see how it works. Now, to get these players started, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get 2 blues and 1 red to get this one going. And they need a suggestion. Can we please get your favorite piece of fruit in the chat box right now? Favorite fruit.
There is a correct answer.
There absolutely is a correct answer. And we'll see. Well, I'm not necessarily going to say the correct answer, but what I am going to say is your suggestion for this scene is grapefruit. Grapefruit for the game of I Can Do Better. Players, are we ready?
Yes.
Begin!
Nurse, bring me my grapefruit, please.
Do you really think you're ready for it?
I am. I had the tongue transplant, and I want to taste something sour.
Excuse me, you're not supposed to talk so much.
I want to try out my tongue.
I can do better.
Kelsey, what's up?
I can hold that grapefruit a lot more uncomfortable than Matt can.
Let's see an uncomfortable grapefruit hold. Kelsey, you're in.
Just put it on my tongue. Put it on my tongue, Kelsey.
Your tongue, it needs to rest, please.
Doctor.
All right, let's hear them both. Marilette first.
I could do baseball signals better than Chip.
I bet you can. You're in. Carly, what do you got?
I can be more nasally patient than Rob.
Ooh, please. Yes, you're in.
I'm sorry. I feel like it might be a bit dry if you squeeze it.
Well, it's
Marilette, all right, you are just voguing for a second there. I'm going to bring Chip back in and let him do some signals. Chip, you're in.
So, you see, you need to watch out for your tongue. You still got the stitches in.
I can do better.
I get it.
Rob, what can you do?
Carly isn't speaking high nasal. I want to keep being the old man.
Nope, we're going to stay with Carly.
Fair.
But the juice will be good for the stitches.
Just put it on my tongue, please.
Has this hospital lost all civility?
Yes,
I can do better.
Yeah.
What do you got, Matt?
I can be Russell Brand better than Chip.
Yes, you can, 100%.
Get the juice, get the juice, get the...
Well, do we even want the juice or whatever? Shall we put the juice in our mouths now?
Yes, the juice will heal the stitch.
I can do better.
What do you got, Marilette?
I can get my face way closer to the camera than Kelsey.
Let's see.
I wasn't trying.
I think I could do it if you just squeeze it.
I can do better.
Rob.
I can stare at the sky better than Carly.
Ooh, please, yes, you can.
Gonna go outside?
Oh, wow.
I can do better.
And we what?
What do you got?
My face can definitely get closer than Marilette's.
Let's see if you can.
All right, but everybody's getting so close, it's not very hygienic.
All right, we're going to replace Marilette. Kelsey, your face is too close. Chip, what do you got?
I can bring an important dramatic element to the scene better than Matt.
Desperately needed. What do we have?
Wow.
Jessica, I'd like a divorce.
Oh, I can do better.
Matt, give it to me. Just you're in.
If he wants to be James Mason, we can... My darling, The grapefruit that we have between us is more sour than our lives.
What's up, Carly?
I can be in an old English stockade, but to the sky better than Rob can.
I don't know what that means. Please show me.
You were saying, love.
I believe the grapefruit is a metaphor for health itself.
That is That was the game of I Can Do Better, and it seems like on that one, the little something-somethings could do better, so they went ahead and got 5 big points for that one, so congratulations to them. Pat, you enjoyed that one for your birthday? Good for you?
I did, and you know what? I thought both teams did great, and I don't think that they could have done better.
Great. Well, perfect. Then it all went the way it was supposed to go. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up Captain right now to see what we're going to play next. Captain Kelsey, or Captain Marilette, excuse me. Sorry.
That's a foul.
That's on me. I'll take a point away from me.
All right,
Refs at -1.
That makes our score 0 to 5 to -1.
All right. How would you like to continue your winning train there, Captain Marilette?
You know what? We trained a whole lot for this game, so I think we're gonna keep. We learned a lot of things, so I think we want to share some of those things with you. We would like to do some TED Talks, please.
Great. Absolutely. I'm excited to learn. This is the game of TED Talk. Now, earlier you were given some cues by Pat about what you would like to learn about, and now we're going to show you what it's like to learn about those things. With a little game we like to call TED Talks, our players are going to be speaking on a subject that they don't know about, but they will be speaking. All right, it looks like we got our first speaker up. Speaker 1, would you like to introduce yourself and have a go?
Yes. My name is Dr. Roberta. There's no last name. I've completely rejected all last names. And I have had a large field of study in ants. I've studied ants for many years.
Oh.
And I'm here to talk to you today about the various things that I've learned from them. Mainly this. They
See that first one.
have an intricate system of working that's very circular, reverse to seeing that Rudy, shaped home that they have, but it's actually a circle. Deep within there, when you climb in, it's a circle of intricate spheres that they've carved out. And they've carved the letter B because they are always beginning. They start at the very beginning. They're the smallest unit. So they, pardon me, is there water? Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, I rehearsed for this. Thank you. They've actually been trying to give us a message about going back to the beginning, to being in the middle of the earth. What we must do is cover ourselves beneath the soil and return to who we were. And remember what we are now. I was beneath the soil once with 100 ants on my left foot, only my left foot. The insatiable urge to scratch my foot was upon me. However, I did not scratch. I did not blink. I did not move. For I was one with the center of the earth.
Thank you. Ooh, sorry. I didn't know you were finished. Or weren't finished.
Yes, that's okay. This is Frangeline Evers. And Frangeline, pardon me, I get a little emotional when thinking about her. Frangeline is actually the woman who discovered ants. And she was the first person to really deeply study them and give them, she named everything, all of their parts. The thoracic, she named it. Frangeline, she's responsible for this. She's actually, and it's thought that the connection between Frangeline and the ants was so strong that in that circular sphere, they're also carving her name in tiny, tiny, tiny bits.
I had no idea. She's like the Jane Goodall of insecticide. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you.
With no last name. I believe we have our next speaker up, or coming up to the stage right now. If you would like to introduce yourself, that would be great. Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm unfortunately still James Mason, but I know a great deal about insects and would like to tell all of you about their burrowing nature, getting down into the ground, deep underneath. You see, one time I was in Mallorca having a lovely souffle with Dame Judi Dench when she was only 50. The two of us would sit sipping cocktails, and that's when we realized that there was an essential connection, but there were many rules between us, a hierarchy, if you would, a nomenclature or taxonomy, and that is why I wanted to make sure people understood that ants themselves have a similar language. They speak to one another. It is a grammar in and of itself, but it is a grammar of labor, not of words, and this is how they protect their colonies. If only we, us simple humans, could do so well.
That is truly remarkable. I had no idea. I believe you have a little more to expound upon.
Absolutely. You know,
Thank you.
The power of this world comes in extremes, both the smallest of creatures and the largest. One of the things that I'm very proud of with the ants in my own home is I do not brush them away like the sand beneath a sumo's foot. Instead, what I do is I leave little pieces of food for them to take back to their own colony, or rather, to articulate in the grammar of the insect. You're welcome.
James, that was... thank you, James. That was
You're
truly...
very welcome.
Truly remarkable. They'll be showing that to future generations for sure. And now, our final speaker, if you would like to make your way to the stage now, and please introduce yourself before you expound a little bit.
Oh, hello. My name is Sheila O'Bannon. My specialty is in the mythology of ants. So today we're going to talk about the mythology of ants and how it came about. Now, we all know of the potato famine of Ireland, but did you know of the surplus of the cow? The cow was once a very noble and important animal, but to bring about the potato famine, we had to see the surplus of the cow. So the cow has many sections that can be eaten. And honestly, when a cow goes down and a farmer doesn't notice, that is when the ants come in. So the mythology says that when the ants come marching in is good luck. That is how luck comes to a household. And to further the point, when the ants come marching in, they don't just come marching, they I'm losing my words, they come charging, and they are the swords of Ireland. And they have the swords of Ireland in their tiny little clutches, and they will defend your home. That's why you don't kill an ant. You make it welcome. You see, those ants really are just there for some tea and gossip. But they come in and they eat your little crumbs. They take out their swords, they poke your problems, and then they leave you home. That's why you never kill an ant. It is mythology, but it is real life advice too. I'm Sheila O'Bannon.
That is game! was a fantastic game that you saw. That was TED Talks from the Little Something Somethings. Whoa! Technical foul on me. We're going to take another point away. The ref is at -2 at this point. The Little Somethings are at 5, and the bosses are at 0. Captain Kelsey, to the screen. Captain Kelsey.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
I'm so worried.
My Mac might not be, but I'm good. But I'm not doing better than you. You have 0 and I have -2. How would you like to get some points, though, by playing this next team choice game?
Okay, well, I thought we made some pretty good choices in that first game, but apparently they weren't good enough. So we're just going to keep making a bunch of new choices and see if that'll work. So we're going to play new choice.
Oh, perfect. New choice. This is great. Go ahead and form your team.
Come here.
Have you ever said something and immediately wanted to take it back?
Oh, my God, yes. Oh,
yes,
sorry.
this is exactly that. Pat, like, last week, like, if you were to say, you know what I mean? Like, give me an example, Pat. Like, say anything.
I think I'm going to buy this Duncan Hines cake mix.
No, new choice. Let's try that again.
If only coconuts weren't so hard to open.
Nope, they're pretty easy. New choice.
I'm going to settle for this double mint.
Yep, absolutely. And whatever's happening in the scene will continue from there. No coconuts, going strictly with double mint. Now, the blue team will be playing. I can blow my comedy whistle whenever I like, and they will give one of those new choices. But they need something real quick to get them started. They need a suggestion of a place that twins like to go on vacation. Where do twins like to go on vacation?
It's been a while since we've gotten this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know it's no longer twin month, but you know, we're trying.
When's twin month?
Gemini season?
It's Gemini season. Lousy March weather. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Yep, we'll take it. Mark Wilder, thank you very much. You are going to be playing new choice at a Walla Walla. Walla Walla is your suggestion. Players, are you ready?
Yeah!
Begin. Rob, new bird. New bird.
Look up here! Look up here! Look up here!
Bird! We found him! We found! Am I too loud?
Yes, you'll scare the birds.
Okay.
Look up here! Look up here!
Wait.
Oh,
I understood. Marie, I understood that bird. Yes, I hear you, bird. I can understand you.
I know your future! Look up here! Look up here!
Whoa, this is a really great day!
Kelsey, new surprise reaction.
Okay, sometimes this is just too much to handle.
New choice.
Whoa! That bird stole my peanut butter and jelly sandwich earlier. I'm gonna beat him up.
Marie, how do you know it's the same bird?
Your future, Marie, is you'll be hungry! Caw-caw!
It mocks me.
Wait, what's my future?
You'll also be hungry! Caw-caw! Look up here! Look up here!
Okay, but that's basically everyone's future at some point. Could I get a more specific to me future?
You'll be thirsty as well! Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
Rob, new future for... New future.
You have 4 days to live. Caw-caw, caw-caw, look up here.
Oh my God, Tony, I don't want you to die.
I don't want to die. What am I gonna die of?
Sorry, my sandwich or her sandwich. I had to eat it. Caw-caw! Watch out for buses. Caw-caw,
Back to me. You said I was gonna die in 4 days. Can you? I don't want that to happen. How can I avert it?
Watch out for snakes. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Look up here. Look up here.
Well, you should watch out for acorns.
Kelsey, new weapon.
You should watch out for big watermelons.
New weapon.
I hope you don't like plastic garbage bags. They're banned, but I found them and I'm throwing them in your face.
No, stop. This bird is gonna save my life.
Chip, new way to stop the bags being thrown at the bird. Chip, new choice.
I saved you, bird. Now you owe me big. So I'll feed you to the snakes unless you give me a new prophecy.
Okay, the only way to save your life in 4 days is to read my screenplay.
No, Mr.
Get it.
Nope, new book.
You have to read my adaptation of Wedding Crashers. It stars women.
Okay, I'm into it. Okay, I'm actually really not mad at it.
Give a read.
That is game! Yes! You saw 2 great games right there. Right, Pat? Yeah. You saw new choice from the blue team, and you also saw TED Talks from the little something somethings. Pat, right now, I think you're throwing up a little poll in the chat. Go ahead and vote in that poll as to who wore it better. Was it the little something somethings, or was it the downtown Chicago bosses? You know how voting works. You did it twice on November 5th.
Wait a minute. And also, and speaking of wearing things better, if you want to, you can visit by typing in !merch, our merchandise store, where we have all sorts of CSC gear, including some limited edition items, and some things that also support various causes. I would show you the hoodie that I bought, except I bought it in green, so I disappear into this background when I put it on. That was a tactical error. And our poll is closing. And this was super close, 53 to 47%. But your winners of this round were the red team, the Lil Something Somethings, with 5 more points, making our score 0 to 10 to -2.
Ooh, snap. Ooh, wow. I am sorry, Captain Kelsey. It's a good thing I'm in this match. Otherwise, you'd be losing. Now, you are also not winning. So, I would like to give you, Captain Kelsey, the opportunity to call the next game. If it's a stronger game you can play, you can get some points. What do you got?
Okay, well, I guess we're not funny, but we are smart, so we're going to play categories, if that's cool.
Ooh, Captain Marilette, is that cool?
Oh, Rafuli, it's so cool. Again, we're prepared. We're ready.
Perfect. Then form your teams. This is categories. What's going to happen is I'm going to come from you for large groups of things, and our players are going to fill in that category. For example, if I were to say colors, I would call out players one by one and they would name colors. Yellow, green, brown. But at any point I can say which is also a type of rice. So I went from brown, which was a color, from brown, which was a type of rice, and then they would go into different types of rice, like balsamic or fried. So, we can go like that all day. Trust me on this one. This will be an elimination style game. If a player can't think of anything, if a player repeats something, if a player doesn't know anything in that category, we're going to have lots of questions and they will be kicked off the field. But there can only be one person standing to get these points. So what I need right now in those 6s and 7s, some of you are already doing it, give me some categories that stuff can fit into, like colors or cars. Or, ooh, yeah, let's go ahead and start with this one. I'm not super familiar, so this is going to be fun. We are going to be doing Broadway musicals. Yes! Oh. So if you can slip one past me, you might be able to, but you might not. All right, Broadway musicals. Players, for the game of categories, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Rob.
Cats.
Carly.
Rent.
Chip.
Phantom of the Opera.
Matt.
Oklahoma.
Kelsey.
Rock of Ages.
Marilette.
Hamilton.
Marilette.
Donna Summer, the musical.
Chip.
Starlight Express.
Matt.
South Pacific.
Which is also
A place you don't want to go without a boat.
I'll take it. Chip.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Chip, we were looking for places you don't want to go with a boat.
Exactly. I would never want to go to a Little Shop of Horrors in a boat. It's lies.
That's smart, Chip. That's smart. That's so smart, Chip.
Chip needs water. See you later, Chip. All right, we're going to go ahead and get another thing right here. All right, okay, we're going to go from, we're going to go in opposite directions. We're going to go from musicals into Bearded Chip's suggestion of wrestlers.
Oh.
Wrestlers is the category. Marlette, begin.
The Ultimate Warrior.
That is correct. Rob.
Ric Flair.
Woo! Point for the blue team. Matt.
Iron Sheik.
Carly.
Hulk Hogan.
Kelsey.
The Undertaker.
Matt.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Rob.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Which is also
a product person for beef jerky.
All right. Rob, give me another.
The Sasquatch.
Carly.
A very masculine man. White, cisgendered.
Nope. You're thinking of the brawny towel guy.
No, I think I'm thinking
Or anything.
They're all the same.
Turkey.
It's just tree jerky. That's all paper is.
Brawny
All
They
right.
have a lot of things.
We're gonna get another one right here. Alrighty then. This is a good one. Disney villains.
Ooh.
All right, players, are we ready?
Yeah.
Kelsey,
Maleficent.
Marilette,
Ursula.
Rob,
Scar.
which is also
A thing that could happen to your body.
Matt,
High blood pressure, apparently.
Marilette,
Getting tickled.
Kelsey,
Oh, bad thyroid.
Rob,
Stretch marks.
Matt,
High cholesterol, apparently.
Rob,
Just, being fat.
which is also
Oh, no, a form of laziness.
No, it's not.
Come on, man.
Rob. No, man, I gotta call you out down on that one, buddy.
No.
That's fair.
Yeah. Shut up, Mom.
The pain.
Point to the red team on that one, Matt. You are correct. Shut up, Mom. All right. Pat, did you see any categories in there that look fun to you?
I saw so many things that look fun. Let's take. There was one that was very early on. I was very excited. I got Simpsons characters. Characters.
Ooh, good.
Okay.
I'm glad Rob is gone for this one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. Matt.
Bart.
Yep. Marilette.
Marge Simpson.
Kelsey.
Lisa.
Kelsey.
Homer.
Marilette.
Maggie Simpson.
Matt.
Principal Skinner.
Matt.
The sisters. Marge's sisters. The two sisters.
They have names!
If you had taken Doctor Who, I would have cleaned this up. I would have cleaned the whole thing up.
Their names are Patty and Selma.
Thank you.
Go get your Dr. Mop.
That's what I was
All
saying.
right.
Got him,
It looks like we got Captain versus Captain.
Let's go.
I
Let's
love
go.
it.
Honor.
All right. I see this one from NHG Meg K. Oh, New Hampshire Meg K. Great. We are going with fascinating women.
Fascinating.
Yes, fascinating. Whatever that means to us. All right, captains, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Marilette.
Dolores Huerta.
Marilette.
Oh, Frida Kahlo.
Kelsey.
Kelsey Myers.
Kelsey.
Carly Kohake. Carly Kohake.
Oh, Kelsey. I'll give it to you.
Marilette Martinez.
Marilette.
My abuela, Maria Ceres.
Kelsey.
Ed Kennedy.
Marilette.
First female Vice President Kamala Harris.
Which is also...
Oh, someone who's from Oakland!
Marilette.
Oh, baby! Oh, so many! Oh, I'm gonna go E40.
Kelsey.
The mayor of Oakland.
Marilette.
Libby Schaff?
Which is also...
A person in political office.
Kelsey.
Oh, no, I don't know any good ones.
Anyone in office?
My mom works in an office.
No, you got a countdown on that one. No.
We're looking for Joe Biden.
AOC! Bernie, if you're a little more that way.
Another cisgender white man, if you ask me.
I mean, I would have taken Matt Gatz, technically. 5 points to the ball. To the
red.
Over Matt Getz.
All right, Pad. It looks like that the little somethings took that one.
Absolutely. That makes our score 1-16 because each team got a bonus point in that last round. But you're still at -2, so you've got a lot of ground to make up if you want to get in this game.
Oh, cool. I am going to get in the game right now, and I'm going to give my points to the little somethings right now. So they are actually at 14 now. It is 1-14-0.
Very generous of you.
I'm, no one ever said I was an equal opportunity, so I'm ref but fair. Woo!
Fair but fair?
Ref but fair. All right. Speaking of ref but fair, we have come to the point in the match where we are going to play our hardest game, which is 6 things. Captains, before I do that, do we both want to play this game?
Oh, yes.
Great, good, because otherwise the last part of the match is going to be real sad. I need each captain to designate one player to leave the room right now. Who's going to be leaving the room, Captain Kelsey?
Oh, Rob.
Oh, everyone say bye, Rob, or type it.
Bye, Rob.
Probably type it, because unless you're me, he can't hear you.
Bye, Rob. Love you.
Bye, Rob. All right, Captain Marilette, what would you like? Who would you like to send out?
We would like to send out Matt.
Ooh, everyone type bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt. Love you.
All right. This is the game of 6 things. What we got from you earlier, Pad was asking you for some active activities, action verbs or stuff you can do. What's going to be happening is we've sent those players off. When they come back, they're going to have to guess what those active activities are and some replacements for them. Like if it was skiing, they could be skiing, but their skis would be macaroni and cheese, and then the mountain itself would be a old pile of chairs. We don't know. It could be anything. So what's going to happen is our players are going to be giving our other players clues, but they can only do that in gibberish, and they can only use pantomime as well, so no English. So it looks like we got some suggestions. I'll go ahead and I'll start it off. It looks like the first one is parachuting. Can I please have a celebrity you think I would like to hang out with? This is who I would like to hang out with.
I'll be very excited to hear what the answer is to this one.
Yeah. I'm pumped about it too. Ooh, yes. Those are all people. Those are for sure people. All right, that one made me laugh the hardest. We're gonna take it. You are with Owen. You were parachuting with Owen Wilson. But to be parachuting, you have to have a parachute, so we're gonna replace that. All right, what is the spiciest food you can think of? The most spicy food you can think of. Let's see what you got spice-wise. I mean, yeah, all right. We will take it. Your parachute is a ghost pepper.
Ooh, spooky.
Your parachute is a ghost pepper. Pat, you want to grab the second one?
I would love to. Our next one is going to be tap dancing. For this one, what are two things? I like ghost pepper. What are two foods that pair up nicely? Maybe not just like peanut butter and jelly, but maybe two things we don't expect to pair up. And then also, what is an emotion that you've experienced in the last week? That could be something very, very positive. It could be something that wasn't so great. But what's a really strong emotion you've experienced recently? Oh, some of these combinations are terrifying. And some of them are extremely funny. And some of these are extremely correct. All right. So your tap shoes are going to be, pizza and eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So one shoe is pizza, the other is eggs. That is a weird dance routine.
Classic Ohio breakfast.
And you know what? The music, instead of music, you were listening to the sound of relief. How? You know what? I probably shouldn't have phrased it that way, but we'll take it.
We absolutely will. All right, for this next one, you are lifting weights at home. I'm going to be pretty specific about at home on this one. And for the first one, what's the softest thing you can think of? Think about that. And then secondly, what is what's your third place you want to travel to? Like, you have a top place, you have a second place. Where's the third place you want to go on your list? All right. So for that first one, we're going to take baby powder. Your weights are going to be baby powder. And yep, we're going to take another one. Your home that you're at is actually Barcelona.
Ooh, lovely.
Yes.
All right. Activity number 4 is emptying a vacuum. Hey, I want you to think of maybe I've got it. I want you to think of George Lucas movies. So that would be like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Willow, things like that. And what is a group of characters from a George Lucas inspired property? So that might be like the Jawas. And the other thing I would like for this is who's a celebrity you'd like to give a smooch to? All right, this one might actually be a little bit tough for thing number 4, but I'm going to take it anyway. The dust inside your vacuum cleaner is no longer dust. It is the Cantina Band from Star Wars. Let's see. Ooh, and some excellent suggestions right here. But the vacuum itself is going to be Anthony Fauci.
The good doctor.
Again, I might have made this one a little bit tough, but we'll see how Matt manages it.
Yeah, we'll see. Matt's a smart guy. He knows things. All right. This next one is punctuating a sentence. Perfect. What is your favorite emotion? Any emotion will do. Go ahead and give me your favorite emotion, and go ahead and type the favorite character that is on Disney Plus. Any character on Disney Plus, go ahead and type that one in. Okay. All right. Okay, so for the first one, the sentence itself that you're punctuating, that's going to be despair. All right, great. And you are punctuating that sentence with someone, and you're doing it with Grogu. Grogu. I will not accept Baby Yoda. It will be Grogu.
Excellent choice. And for our last activity, you're at a hot dog eating contest. This is my dream. Let's see. For this, I would love to know what's a character from like your favorite musical. So I'll get specific there. A character from your favorite show, like could be Broadway, could be opera, could be a stage play. What's a character from your favorite live production? And then also, what's something that if you had the means to, you would buy in bulk? whether that be like Bitcoin or gold or maybe hot dogs. But what's something you would buy in bulk? Oh, these are fantastic answers. All right. So the hot dogs you were eating are actually going to be bath bombs. So your hot dogs are bath bombs, and you are competing against Jean Valjean from Les Miserables.
Ooh. Those are just about perfect. I think Rob and Matt really have their work cut out for them.
Yes, we were very mean.
It's all right. I live with one. All right. I think we got everything here. If we can bring them on back.
I will do that right now.
Great. We're going to go ahead and bring that back. Loyal fans, old and new, like I said before, this is the game of 6 things. They're going to be guessing all those replacements with gibberish and pantomime, which is, of course, nonsense talk and French karate. As soon as they're back in here, we'll be able to get this game of 6 things going. And they're coming back now. It looks like we got one. We got... All right.
And
cool.
Just so folks know, we have some more shows that are coming up. We have the season finale coming up. I believe is it this Monday? Is the season finale for karaoke? It's the season finale. They will finally crown the winner of the search for the most okay karaoke singer in the world. And hey, there's a second season that's going to be starting up later this summer. And if you would like to know how to be a part of that, type in !audition. Yes, with no S, perfect. So ! Audition, if you'd like to find out how you could be a part of season 2. You don't have to be the best singer. You just have to be okay. That is specifically what we're looking for. But if you've watched the show, you know that being the most okay karaoke singer doesn't mean it's not absolutely mind-blowingly amazing.
That is very true. Like pizza, karaoke okay can still be great. Now, back to this game of 6 things. Each team is going to have a minute and a half on there to try and guess these things. Blue team is going first. If they can't guess it by the end, Matt will have a chance to steal those big points. The first 4, I should say, are going to be worth 5 points. And then the last ones are going to be worth 10 big points. So it still is anyone's game. This is the game of 6 things. Bosses, are we ready?
Yeah!
Begin!
Baskara.
Click, click. Wah.
Oh, fly!
Think. Poof.
Oh, ska. Oh. Skara. Skila baba. Baba gaba gaba. Fiska baba. Skara. Oh.
1 minute remaining.
Skababa. Skababa. Fababa.
All right, stop that clock.
All right.
We
have 44 seconds left. 42 seconds left. 42 seconds left. Close enough.
Cool. I am parachuting out of a plane. I am with Owen Wilson. And the thing that my parachute is some kind of food we didn't get to.
Great. You do need to clean up that thing that you didn't get to.
Yeah, bro.
Rob, you got 42 seconds.
Sweet.
Begin.
Cool.
Let's
go to that.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh! Scout
25 seconds left. 25 seconds remain.
All right. Go ahead and stop that clock. Rob, from the top, what are we doing?
Thank you, Rafuli. I am parachuting out of a plane. I'm with Owen Wilson, and my parachute is a ghost pepper.
That is 5 big points. Put it on the board.
Bing. Sweet.
All right. Red team, Little Somethings, you are up. Matt, you are going to be guessing first on this one. All right, Little Somethings, are we ready for this second round of 6 things?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin.
Skabada, skabada, whampa, skabada, whampa, skabada, kabada, skabada, skabada, bada, bada.
1 minute. 1 minute left.
Whampa,
Whampa,
whampa, skabada, 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 bada, hamba, kampa, skampa, skabada, wham, and then with fupa, and it's the kapufa, bada, bada. Skabada, skabada.
I'm gonna
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3.
All right.
And that's time. That is time. No more time remains.
All right, no more time. Matt.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I'm tap dancing. My one tap shoe is a pizza. My other tap shoe is a cracked egg. And I am dancing to relief music.
I will take it. That is 5 big points on the board.
No one is more shocked than Matt.
No! I've totally screwed this up. No?
Yep.
All right,
Nope, it
I'll
was
take
pizza and eggs and the sound of relief. You nailed it. Say it with confidence. Bosses, next point. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Begin.
Zaba, gaza.
Skaba. Oh, Skaba Baba. Oh, Skaba Baba. Skaba Baba Baba. Skaba Baba Skaba.
Tinky tinky.
Tiki tiki. Swap Baba Baba.
It's gonna.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Skaba Baba. Oh, Skaba Baba. Oh, Skaba Baba Baba. Skaba Baba. Skaba Baba.
Semaka Huangada.
Fabada Baba.
Samanaka.
Fabada Skaba.
It's a Huamana. It's like a. It's like a.
Oh, Skaba Baba.
40 seconds.
Oh, Skaba Baba.
Sama, Papa Skamana, it's a who, it's a gava book. It's a person about it's a like a Let's get down.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
We'll stop it right there. Looks like we got 2 on the clock.
Okay. Oh, we got
Rob, give it to me from the top.
Cool. I'm working out at my home. My weights are baby powder. And my home is in Barcelona. Oh my God.
That is 5 big points.
Woo, baby.
Rob, that
For
was
the
so
bosses.
Oh,
This is amazing.
phew.
Holy
Y'all are crushing it. Matt, you got some big shoes to fill.
Come on.
Are you guys ready for this next one?
Lower the threat level for me. Lower the threat
Size
level.
13 wide, friend.
Oh, well.
Nope, that threat level is 13 wide. Little something somethings. Are we ready?
Yeah.
For the fourth thing. Begin.
Skibada, skibada, skibada. Azabaka. skabada, skabada, whomp, 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 skabada, whomp. Skabba, oh, skabba, skabba, whoop, 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 skabba, skabba.
Oh,
1 minute. 1 minute remains.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Skabba, whomp, whomp, whomp,
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Skabba, whomp, ha, skabba, ha, whoop, skabba, whoop.
Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is time. That is time. No more time remains.
Matt, from the top, what do we got?
I'm emptying the vacuum cleaner. The dust is Mos Eisley Station. And the vacuum itself is Carly wearing a mask?
That is incorrect, and you are out of time. Rob.
Okay.
He is emptying the trash. Can you clean up the other two aspects?
You betcha. The dust is the Cantina Band, Star Wars. And
that is correct.
The vacuum is Dr. Fauci.
Steal those points, baby!
Woo, baby!
That is 5 more points to the bosses, making our score now 16-19. This is a 3-point game.
This has gotten so close, even without me giving away points. All right, just as a reminder, this is our final thing for 6 things. These are 5 and 6. Both of these are worth 10 big points. So it is anyone's game. All right, bosses, you're down by 3. This is a potential for 10. Are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
Begin.
Oh, I said boop and scoop.
Oh, skibaba. Skaba, skaba, fababa, fababa.
I'm a skatink at the tink it up and
Skababa.
then the boop and then the boop.
Skababa, 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 fababa. Quabagaba.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Asaba, akasaba. Whoop.
Skababa.
Yeah, Swaboskibo.
30 seconds.
Oh, skababa. Oh, skababa.
Squeeby.
Skababa,
It's
fababa.
boo.
Oh, skababa.
No, Babu, it's school.
School. Skababa, fababa, skababa. Faba, skababa, fababa.
16 seconds. 16 seconds remain.
All right. Rob, from the top, what is your final activity?
I am editing a paper. The words that I'm saying is disappointment, and the paper I'm editing is for Yoda.
Okay.
Okay.
Rob, I'm going to tell you none of that was correct.
Cool. Sweet. Sweet.
So, yeah, go ahead and clean it all up. Bosses, are we ready?
Saba.
Begin.
Okay. Esa ba wa mana ba esa wa sa mana ka esa.
10 seconds. 5. Four. 0. That is time. No more time remains.
Kelsey, that is time.
Okay.
I don't have the power, but I will take you off the screen somehow. All right. Rob, what do we got?
Oh, man. Okay, I am filling out one of them bubble scan test thingies. What I'm saying out loud to my mouth is I'm sick of a disappointment because I can't remember. And then, of course, my actual test is Baby Yoda because I don't want to say the name because I don't want to give Matt help.
Teachery.
Bold move.
Thank you.
And if you can get the first two, that last one doesn't matter. Matt, what are we thinking?
I am proofreading a paper. And the quotes that I'm proofreading are for disappointment. And I'm with the Mandalorian. He's the guy. I was thinking pointillism. Was it pointillism?
No, that's further from the truth.
Closer? Am I closer though?
No.
I'm doing well? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
You should have taken Rob's hint. It was Grogu. But you were not speaking, you were not proofreading, you were punctuating a sentence. And much like punctuating a sentence, that sentence was despair. And you were doing it with Grogu. Baby Yoda.
I would just like to give a shout out to Chip for the use of Victor Borga's phonetic punctuation in the middle of that.
Thank you for recognizing that, Pat.
Oh my God, I understand it now. Oh,
that made me very happy.
That's on me.
We're all learning here. All right, somethings. You need to lock this one up so that the bosses cannot steal.
Yeah, we got it.
Are we ready to lock this last one up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. Yes.
Minute and a half on the clock. Little somethings. Begin.
Flibber. Oh, ching.
Ching.
1 minute.
Womp.
There are 16 seconds left.
I gotta say, that was way easier. I gotta say.
Also, I just wanted to mention that I probably would have called out the 30-second warning, except I was too engrossed in that performance. Sorry.
True. From the top, Matt, what do we got?
I am doing competitive eating. Instead of hot dogs, I am eating bath bombs. And I am competitive eating with Jean Valjean.
That is 5 big points! 10 big points!
All right,
I can't count. That is...
That makes our final score 16 for the bosses, 29 for the somethings, meaning that our red team has taken the title for tonight. But loyal fans, thank you so much for coming out, and let's give it up for both of your teams. From the downtown Chicago bosses, let's give it up for Rob Grabowski, Chip O'Quan, and the captain of the bosses, Kelsey Myers. And from your red teams, the Little Something Somethings, let's hear it for Carly Kohake, Matt Elwell, Marilet Martinez, and your music director, Ryan Mira. And don't forget your referee, Ref Brian Houlihan. And of course, your stage manager tonight, Jason Geis. Thank you all so much. I've been Pat Conley. Come back and see us. We are here every single Friday and Saturday at 7:30 and 9:30 Central with our comedy sports matches. We have shows the entire rest of the week. Exclamation point schedule for when you can see those. We hope to see you back here again. And if you're also another Twitch streamer, we hope to see you on your channel too. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming out and laughing with us tonight. We will see you tomorrow.